Well, hello, if anybody's there. I have no idea. I do not know. I'm sure here. Howdy doody. Howdy doody. How's it going? Trying to push this X right here. Always doing that half my time. Come on, you can do it. And just try to push the X. For crying out loud. Hallelujah. This is so complicated. Oh my god. Just try to push this X. It's not a big deal. Hallelujah. Can I exit, please? Oh my gosh. Wow. Seriously, I'm just trying to push an X. It should not be that hard. Hallelujah. Yes! Great success! Hey there, guys and gals. I'm going to park myself here in this imaginary scenery. That's beautiful, hey? Alright. I am clearly on one of my backup channels. And, thought maybe we could just kick it for a bit. You know, I'm getting slippity slapped on the main channel, so that part, I guess I got 2 days left on a timeout, so, for my main channel there. Let me see if this is working properly. I have no idea. That's a beautiful thing. No idea at all. I'm gonna thumbs up my own thing, because why not? Show it some love. Anywho, I'm gonna just slap on some tunage for a tick. I hope you guys don't mind, my screen is kind of dim. I'm trying to save battery. I got it on comfort view. I hope it's not too, hopefully on your end it's pleasant. If it ain't, let me know. I don't mind. I'll kick up the brightness for you. But, we're not really watching too much anyways. We're just kicking it, hanging out, if you will. It is the 29th of May, Sunday, 2022. Pleasure to be kicking it here with you. And if there is no you and it's just me, it's all good too. Just gonna hang out. I don't know if my chat is turned on, so if you are saying stuff to me there, don't be offended if I don't type back. Hopefully I can see it on my screen and it'll tell me. Let me test it. Hold on. I'm gonna test it by just putting a hello in my chat to see if it comes up. If it doesn't go on my screen, then I will know. I have to click the red circle on for that to work. I don't see it, so I am going to try to click that. Lord, help me with this X. I need your Jesus powers, God. Yes! I just got to hold it down, be patient, and then release. I'm moving too fast. That's okay. So let me try this hello one more time. Make a smile. That'll work. Will that come on my screen? Can I see chats that way? Does that work? I truly do not know. I apologize. I have no idea. Well, I don't know if either one works, because I haven't seen either comment pop up on my screen, the hello or the smile face. So I'll just have to periodically check back at the comments. That part. Not a big deal. Yeah. I think having it red means comments are on, but I'm just not seeing it. I don't know why. Anyway. I'm gonna put some tunes on for a tick, I suppose. Why not? And then we'll just hear some funny stuff with you guys. Just hang out. If you guys don't know about my main channel, all one word, all the first letters of each word are capitalized. Doesn't really make a difference if they are or not. It'll take you to it. But my main channel is LittleRedBigSmile. So help yourself. There's tons more content on that particular channel. And you're more than welcome. No pressure of subscribing and all that stuff. That's not what my channels are about. But you're welcome to go check them out. In the meantime, this is one of my songs. I recently, and by recently I mean maybe 6-7 months ago, started just creating some music. So we're going to hear just one song that's already on my main channel. It's called Ocean Vibes. And then we'll see what happens from there. We might hear 2 new songs that I just made that are not out yet, but they will be coming soon on my main channel. So if you're interested, stay tuned to that. That being said, I present to you who have not heard it, and if you have and you like it, cool. It's called Ocean Vibes. Well, let me start over. And well, I don't want the speaker to be too loud, but I also don't want it to be too far away. So let's get some adjusting going on here. Roger that. Play away. Hopefully the volume is cool, it's not too loud. Hopefully it's cool. I just don't want it to be blasting anybody out. Definitely not trying to blast you out. Chilling to it. Salute the troops. God bless each and every one of you who just so happens to come across this. And by this I mean this live hangout here. Hopefully, some of you guys pop in. It's all good. No big deal. Surely not getting no copyrights over here, boy. Try not to. I just got one, so I'm trying to not have that happen again. Actually, technically, I just got 2 of them. Well, no, one's a copyright strike and one is a guideline strike. So, that is why we're here at this time, and not over there. And who knows? Maybe there's some of you that don't even know about my main channel. That's why I'm on here right now. And you're just missing out on all the goodness, I guess. You should find out about it, so come check me out over there if you won't. No, I'm just playing. It's just stuff. It's not the best in the world, but sure is fun. So once again, that was called Ocean Vibes by your girl, LittleRedBigSmile. And we will carry on. Oh, hope you guys are enjoying that nice fire. That's a lovely fire. I do want to pop in and see if anybody's there, and I'm just doing rude and not saying hi because I can't see anything. on my chat. For some reason, stand by for a second while I try to load this in the back. I'm going to check it out. Let me just check it out. Okay, now. Oh, wait, there is somebody out here. Oh, well, hello there. I do apologize, but my chat is wonky, so I'm not sure if when I have this thing that says chat toast when it's red, if that means it's on or it's off. Because when I push this one, privacy, oh, you can't hear nothing when I push that thing. When I push chat toast, the hell, I don't know. I'm not seeing my chat, so I do apologize. I'm certainly not trying to be rude if you guys don't hear me talking to you. I'm just trying to periodically check my chats here. Indeed, much love to everybody. God bless everybody. I surely hope you don't mind. As usual, I have no idea where we're going to land when we're watching all this stuff here and listening to stuff. So maybe I'll just bless you with 2 of my new songs. They're not out yet, but we can listen to them live right now if you want. And if you don't, you're welcome to click off. No pressure. Let me find them right quick. Is my fire too loud? Oh, somebody's horn's too loud. Son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. Okay, this song right here is called Earthwide Love Vibes. I made this one yesterday. I'm not sure if it's finished or not yet, but we're going to play it. First premiering it right here. Right now, live. I would like to pause it, start from the beginning. Let me kick this off. Hang on tight. I suppose volume on would be helpful. Here we go, play. Earthwide Love Vibes by LittleRedBigSmile. World premiere. I'm not seeing my comments, and I'm sorry about that. I can only see on my screen what you see. If you're not seeing your comment, I'm not seeing it, and I'm sorry, it's not my fault. God bless you guys, for real. That's good enough, you know? I'm having fun making this music. Let me know if it makes you move. It's good to you. It's good to me. Glory to God. All glory to God. every minute, every second. Ooh-wee. I hope you guys liked that. If not, I liked it. So guess what? Thanks God somebody liked it. Alright, now this one right here. This one is hot out the lab. I just made this today. This song is called, I didn't know what to name this one. It took me a minute, and I might change the title. I don't know. But I called this one Beats on the Brain. Wait, let me check y'all guys' comments. I want to remain, communicating and stuff, whatnots and stuff. I don't know if there even is any. I keep forgetting this is not my main channel. No, maybe nobody even really see this, and that's okay. Uh-oh. No, there ain't nobody there. That's cool. Don't worry about it. Nobody's got to be there. But I'm going to play this song worldwide premiere for anybody who's interested. And even if it's just me, glory to God. Here goes. Hot out the lab from today. This one, once again, is called Beats on the Brain. Let me give it a heart. Let me give it some love. Oh, sheesh, before I do that, might want to put the volume on. That very well might help. Stand by while I operate. A bam! Play. Yes, dude, let me start over. I love that sound. I love that sound. Wait, I think it's kind of loud, but not too loud. It's a world premiere. Oy. Thank you very much. The end. That is all. And now, moving forward, I would like to listen to some funny stuff. Just chill out and listen to some funny stuff. Okay? Okay? Okay. One of my favorite funny persons on the
Let me just remind you some of the other things.
Carl
Invisibility.
Pilkington.
All the time though, or can I sort of turn that?
Let me rewind this, my bad. Yeah, I think Carl Pilkington is freaking hilarious. That's just my opinion.
I'm looking forward, of course, to, I'm hoping it'll be Dennis Norden's Laughter File, Volume 7. Oh, 7? You're having a laugh. 27? It used to be It'll Be Alright on the Night, but I think they've changed the name to Dennis Norden's Laughter File. Well, it's great, though, isn't it? Because he comes... One of those people. And because this is something we call doorstop. Yeah. And it's sort of like, just what? Yeah. And doesn't he just go into the Director General called Let Sleeping Lords Die? Yeah. It's just, oh God. But what I don't understand is why no one has said to him, or why hasn't he watched that TV? Why hasn't he, at Christmas, right, he's gone home with the family, he's gone, come on everyone, let's watch my show, and he's watched it. And Laughter File 27. The family must have been faking laughter. Why is he not turning around? Why did no one tell me? Crap. Why doesn't he go to Greg Dyke and go, or whatever it's on? Well, it's on TV, isn't it? Where is it? Oh, where was that then? Just watched me on that 27. It's rubbish, isn't it? And they go,
but,
yeah.
Why
didn't you tell us that the one thought it would kill
oh,
me,
that's kind of tight. I could do like
why
that.
Why did you let my son take over or something?
Oh, gee, Louise, touching stuff. Dang it.
Oh, well, we don't know.
But I can't say stuff back on that thing, that's why.
But why do you let me carry that stupid file?
I don't know how to work it. Sorry about that.
Don't read it, just speak normally. 2 coffees, please, waiter. No, this is what we call talking to the Director General. Stop it. But I can't wait for that, yeah. And, there is two can I just say one? Who's in the audience of Dennis Norden? Who's gone, Joe, I got 2 tickets for Laughter File. I've been on the internet. Because they're always rather cracking up, the people on that show. I've never laughed once. Maybe it was an audience that they filmed in 1973, but it was the first time they saw a goalkeeper get hit in the balls or something, or Jackie Charlton or something, or a dog fall off a slide. Well, it's either old people who just can't remember, they've already seen those clips of Facebook posts before, or it's, I was always thinking of the people, it's, what's that show, Beale used to do, Beale's about? You've Been Famed. I think now what's happening is, while Lisa Riley's doing all the jokes, there's just someone stood behind her, they were just showing a picture of her, like, nude, just pointing and just making jokes at her expense. Exactly,
I do want to pause this for a second and say that I don't know what we're about to hear, so in advance, I hope I don't have to apologize for anything on there, but I do not know what is about to come on that. So, I don't condone or promote or anything like that, whatever we're going to hear or something. That being said, hold on one second. Okay. Sweet. I just wanted to let you know that I don't condone or promote or whatever that. I don't know what we're going to hear. Whoa. Sorry.
Stop it.
Sorry.
You can't say that. I don't know, I've gone a bit crazy. I just can't.
Bless you out, my bad.
What if she's listening to this and she gets an eating disorder or something, or, you know, becomes bulimic, because what he's probably at home binging now. She's leaving out the vomit and she can't get her fat fingers in her mouth.
I can see your comments, though. I can speak back to you, even though I can't type back.
Because it's. I mean, I'm excited. I think it's the best competition.
Okay, so that should be turned on then.
I mean,
so turn off and
you
turn
agree,
back
don't you?
on.
Yeah. It's a film-based quiz. Right. We'll play you a clip from a classic film. I can tell you the film we're going to play. It's The Sixth Sense. Right. And there'll be a question afterwards, and you can win The Sixth Sense on DVD. Yeah. Not the ability to. Just the film. You know. Do you believe in sort of like extrasensory sort of perception and stuff, Carl?
Ghosts and that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Not ghosts, no, the fact that people maybe can sense, you know, beings. There was a woman in on the Christian's breakfast show, right? Yeah. Blind woman. Right. Clairvoyant.
Her name?
Forgot. But she was a bit useless. She's a bit
Right,
useless.
I'm always worried about what's going to come out.
I'm
Can't
worried
Yeah,
I?
about
if I
you.
What, do
put
you know what I mean?
the chat
She's a bit
on,
rubbish at being clairvoyant. Yeah.
then
I
I
mean, I
could
think if you're
talk
not that
back
good at
to you,
something,
but I
don't
can't
go on the
type
radio and do it.
back.
Carl, you better leave.
Sorry.
So what? Sorry.
Well, she was saying,
So
like,
what was the relevance of her being
I don't know.
blind? What
We'll
was
give it a
that?
try.
Paul, what did you
I
say?
just thought it was a bit weird. I think she was using that because the fact that she can't see living people, but she can contact the dead ones.
Yeah.
And
I'm so sorry. This is XFM
No, but I'm
104.9.
just
Once
listening to you.
again, Carl's opinions do not necessarily reflect anyone.
Those of any human
and
being.
any other person alive today.
Sorry, Carl, so
How did she demonstrate her clairvoyance?
Right,
And why was it not very
She
convincing?
was sat in the chair you're at,
Mhm.
right? And people called up and
I
said,
sensed that.
Weird.
They
Maybe
called
that
up
would
and
be
he said,
fine.
right, can you have a word with me, Gran?
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, she's dead, isn't she? And it's like, yeah. She goes, oh, and everyone's like, oh, she knows the stuff.
It was 50-50 to be fair.
Yeah, and especially with a gran, because the person sounded about 35, so the chances are
Yeah.
they haven't got a gran anymore.
Yeah.
And it was just
Unless
stuff
it's the
like,
fellas from Busted, because they, in the year 3000, they've only got to a great-great-granddaughter, and that's 1,000 years, so presumably, you know, they can live a lot longer.
yeah. I just wasn't convinced anyway. I don't want to diss her, because, you know, she came in and she did her stuff, and if people believe in it, I'm not going to put it down, but it just was a little bit
You
odd.
believe in it. You just think she didn't have the real power, as opposed to it being rubbish.
No, whatever. But yeah, I don't know what we're talking about there. So we've got the film thing going.
I don't know what we were talking
The
about.
film.
Now time for one of our regular features. Monkey news.
Do the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, what we're doing here is just giving you a bit of monkey news that's gone on, right? Where a monkey's been involved in it. Good little story in that.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the one that went into space? The first sort of thing they ever sent up there before man did it and all that. You see, this is what annoyed me with it really. Armstrong gets all the glory, but do you know who went up there before him?
A monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog went up first.
But what was the monkey called?
I don't know.
No, sure, okay. So it's not the most informed news bulletin.
The dog was called Leica.
Was it?
Yeah, they couldn't get it back there. They sent it up there, did a few tests and stuff, and they couldn't get it back. They weren't prepared to bring the capsule back yet. Brilliant. We could all do that.
So is that a good mission?
Well, I just think it was seeing what if the mission itself killed it, but they didn't have the technology, because of course it couldn't fly the capsule back, which it has to be manned to bring
Right.
it.
Well, this was the next one up then, right? So the dog must have gone first, and they went, right, we made an error there, right? Get the monkey in, and what happened is they taught it what buttons to hit at the time that it needed to hit them, and the way they did this was like give it bananas. It was like hit the red button, and it hit the red button. They give it a banana,
Right.
and they go right. Reverse is the green one. Hit the green one, and then they do that and go there's a banana, and then they go right. Hit reverse, and it go and get a banana. Hit the red. So it was taking commands on like headphones.
Right, but how are they
Is
giving
that
it the
how you learn to
banana?
do radio?
How are they giving it the banana?
What do you mean? No, this is before it went. You wouldn't just go and put a monkey in it and go, there you go, get on with it. They sort of put him in one of them capsules that you get,
Yeah.
and they were on
I
headphones.
don't believe this happened.
Well, I'm telling you the story now. So the monkey
I don't think they trained it to do anything. I think they sent it up there and he put electrodes coming out of it to see what.
It wasn't any of that. They did a thing like they do,
Right.
like they can with animals. If you give something, like a treat, you can teach it how to do it. It's just like a dog, isn't it?
It's called Pavlovian conditioning. However, that was to see if it would salivate or go over to a particular corner, not if it could control a spacecraft.
Next one up. The next one up. As far as the monkey's not sat there going, oh, I'm a bit under pressure here, it's a rocket. All that's knowing is, I'm getting a banana if I hit that button. That's all the monkey's thinking about.
They wouldn't, but billions
whatever.
of space
But how
dollars.
can they be sure that it's going to press the button at the right moment?
Because it's got headphones on.
Wow.
They're telling it. It's not
Like
just,
you have now.
it's not like willy-nilly. It's not just like pop it in there and
Willy-nilly,
see-
use
see-
that.
But what's to stop it from just hitting it any old time? Because it's a monkey and it's not a human.
Because he's trained now. But
Oh,
anyway,
he's trained,
so
he's fully
listen,
trained, yeah,
So
go
what
on.
happened is, anyway,
Oh, this is absolute rubbish.
they pop the monkey in there.
Yeah.
He's got his headphones on. They're going, right, hit the green one. And I think there's something there that a little banana comes out to keep the same.
No, you're making this up.
I'm not. It's the same.
There's no way that they made a
so
spacecraft
they can-
that had a banana dispenser.
Right,
There's no way in this world that they made a spacecraft that could go into outer space, right?
So what? So
manned by a
you're
monkey with a banana dispenser.
So you're saying that it's easy to send something up to space, but you don't believe there's a little banana machine?
Right, okay, so in your world, there's a monkey and it's been conditioned and there's a little monkey dispenser,
Banana
banana dispenser,
dispenser, right? So it comes to the launch day, monkeys sat in there, everyone's ready, bananas are stocked up and all the rest of it. They go, right, hit the green button. Right, and the rocket goes off and what have you.
No, they would not make
Oh
a
my
launch
God.
rocket. Carl, you are living in a cartoon
The
world.
rocket goes off, right?
Wow.
It's all going well.
I mean, I don't know
It's
what you're
all-
going to...
It's going
There's
well.
no way a monkey launched
It's
a
going-
rocket. There is no way a monkey launched a rocket, you
So
idiot.
it's all going on, so they go and hit the left button and it goes a little bit left.
Button.
Right, so-
Well-known spacecraft command. This is Houston. Hit the left button. Oh, brilliant. This is
Wow.
Apollo 13. Hit the left button. So it goes left.
Wow.
So it goes left and it's going well.
Yeah.
No, the moon. You're
So
going right.
It goes for the moon,
Shit.
everything's going well.
Right.
They get up there, but it does whatever it does. It reverse, it comes back. Right? So then,
You are,
So-
honestly, you are brain dead.
So it's
you are
land-
one of the most stupid people. That I would rather have the monkey drive me
listen.
home than you.
so the thing is, so it lands back,
Yeah.
does a good job and everything, it gets out.
Wow.
And
It's sick of bananas.
this is where it turns a bit sad, because after it's done that mission, right, because it happened and it was all safe and everything, the next one would have been to send man.
Right.
So the monkey enjoyed it and it was like, well, I want to do it again, right? But they were
So
like,
how did they know that? How did they know it was
just the way it looked and what have you, it was like,
No, you are a maniac.
Wow.
so the thing is though, right, so after it had done that, it was on such a high, right,
Yeah.
it could never get that high again. There was
Turns
nothing that it could do.
Went on tour, did it?
It sort of ended
Jeez
up killing
Louise.
itself. Because it could never get that buzz that it
Right,
got.
that was absolute bollocks. None of that is true, except they sent a monkey into space. And I'll check that. Absolute drivel.
So in your mind, it committed suicide. It went on a crazy bender, drinking drugs and women. And
Like
then,
it does happen, you
and then
hear
it was
about it.
found
You
in a
hear about
motel room.
You hear about it? What?
Carl, if you could have a superpower like Superman, what would your superpower be?
Can I suggest consciousness?
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I have the power of thought?
Remember, you've already got opposable thumbs. Cross that one off the list.
Oh, go on, Carl.
Now, there's so many to choose from. Telepathy, X-ray vision.
Flight, invisibility,
Choose it wisely.
strength, intelligence.
But why have I been picked?
Oh, for God's sake!
No, but I'm just saying.
Wow.
Question
No,
for
no,
you.
but I'd just say, does anyone else want this? Or... you know what I mean?
Oh,
No,
what do you
because-
wish you
no,
could do that's
no,
impossible is the
because-
question,
no, because-
or out of, what do you mean?
Because with that comes a responsibility. is what
With
I'm saying.
enormous power does come great responsibility.
So would it? Would you like Spidey senses? Is that what you're saying? Would you like some senses? Would you like some sense? The power of sense.
Come on, Carl. You know what these superheroes do. They can.
I know, but it
They can
always
freeze
they're
things,
never
they-
happy, are they? Do you know what I mean? Spider-Man that wanted to tell that girl that he could climb walls and that. He's like, I can't. Superman didn't never tell Lewis and that.
Who's Lewis? Who's Lewis?
It's just a pen pal of Superman.
Lewis, his little secret chum. Yeah. All right, Superman. Hello, Lewis. What are you doing? Superman. Who are you? I can't tell you, Lewis. Brilliant.
You know, Hulk, he wasn't happy. So,
But you're being allowed to choose the superpower. You don't have to get it forced upon you like the Hulk.
Hulk, he wasn't happy. It's true. He's got a theme. He has got a theme. There's not many happy superheroes, are
But
there?
leaving aside the superheroes you're already aware of,
Yeah.
what superpower would you want? You don't have to fight crime with it, Carl.
Everyone around the world now is thinking, what can Carl choose? Let's deliver it to him now, Carl. Think about it and give us the answer, please.
Let me just remind you of some of the other things. Invisibility.
All the time, though, or can I sort of turn that on and off?
Let's say you could turn it on and off. Would that interest you?
Yeah. I'll have that.
Right. Okay, and what would you do with this power of invisibility?
Just sort of wander about and just not get seen.
Wow.
It's a brilliant power! It's a brilliant... And he's put to such brilliant use. It's really well done!
And why would you want to walk around and not be seen in that? What would you gain from that?
I don't know, you could sort of go in shops when they shut, so you don't have to go.
How would you get in?
Just get in just before they lock up.
Oh, yeah!
Why, though?
Wait till the morning.
Brilliant.
So hang on. So that's your use of invisibility. They found the power of invisibility. You want to sneak into... Never mind. No, hang on. You want to sneak into HMV, right? Wait for 12 hours and then buy something.
I love it.
Just so that you don't have to be in there with other people.
You know what? I don't want it. I don't want a power.
Why not?
Because I just don't think it'll do me any good. I think it's more of a hindrance.
I love this. It's like, just think of his presence. We've given you a trip into space, and the chance to be invisible.
Not happy with any of them.
Yeah, what he wants is a voucher for HMV.
Yeah. He just wants some tokens for a record shop. Carl, have you heard the big news that Ricky Gervais is looking to take up? Well, you explain it, Gervais. Because
it's not big news.
No.
What are you talking? What do you mean?
You're taking up boxing. Is this right?
No.
What is the story? You're fighting for money?
No. What did that? Yeah, bare knuckle fighting.
No, come on. What is it?
No, all it is. I've been watching this show on cable called Born to Fight, and it's sort of late. It's a late one. We flick round, and I think it's on After Roadies. Which is like, yeah, it's one bloke with a camera that goes on tour with different people. Like he went on with Motorhead, he went with the Meatloaf tribute act. He went on with Coldplay, was in one of them. It's and it's the
is
sort
this
of
when like all the other channels was being switched off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there's one called Born to Fight, and they just take a different story. It might be an amateur fight, or it might be an unlicensed fight, not illegal, or it might be white collar, which I'm thinking of doing.
What's white collar?
White collar is just people who want to. It's organised.
Is it like charity?
Yes, but it's charity. It's safe. It's a charity do. You know, having like big events, and it's just two people that aren't boxers, aren't amateur boxers, and they get in the ring. They do three 2-minute rounds, and they just lay into each other. They've got head guards on. And
Rick, I don't mean to alarm you, but we work together obviously, and we make the office and stuff. Your face is my fortune. I can't have
that
it.
Must be a bit of a worry for you.
It is. I'm not going to say. Well, your heart as well is also a concern.
Yeah.
And you're eating and stuff.
But
So
when I said I was going to get fit, you go, no, Gervais, you're only funny because you're fat.
No, I agree. This is true, but I'm saying there's a difference between being fit.
Yeah.
And I would say, for instance, don't eat kind of cheese and bacon. On their own
all day,
or for breakfast. So what I'm saying is, there's a difference between exercising and then having your face beaten in. And what I'm saying is that I just don't think it's a good idea.
But I might win.
No, I don't. That's irrelevant. You're still going to take a couple of blows to the face. And the point is this, Rick: you're not going to win.
Why?
Because you are delusional. You think that you are probably the world's greatest boxer. I know, ever since I've known you, you seem to think that that's the case because you've watched all the Rocky films. And you think that's fair enough, that seems straightforward enough. But look at your physique, you've got some upper body strength, but, you've also got some lower belly strength as well, I noticed.
Wow.
And my concern is you're going to go in there and you're not only going to be a broken man when you realise that you're just not as handy in the ring as you thought you were, but also you're going to incur some interest.
This is fighting talk. This is fighting talk.
The first rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club.
This makes me want to do it more now, just because of you. It was the same when Adrian didn't agree that Rocky could beat Clubber Lang.
Yeah.
Oh, she made that mistake. Then she made the same mistake with Drago.
At what age?
She tried to take a bit of the credit, didn't she?
When you were this kind of thin, nimble youth in your makeup and your eyeliner and all the rest of it, I bet you had no thoughts about boxing. It never came into your mind, did it? So at what age did you suddenly think, wait a minute, I've taken the wrong path in life. I could have been the world heavyweight.
I don't think I could.
When have you suddenly decided that you can suddenly be a bit street tough? I don't understand why this has suddenly come about.
Well, I'm not putting out a shout, am I, to fight people? It's not like Noel
But you've got
Gallagher
to
and
find
Robbie Williams.
But you've got to find someone else presumably to fight with.
Yeah, but it'd probably be a businessman who wants to fight.
Right. You know, there's something really weird about that. Don't you think that's like, if you just listen to yourself, I want to fight I want to fight a businessman. Please may I fight a businessman.
Fight a businessman? I want to fight someone who wants to, you know,
What the
No, I
heck?
want to fight them though. I want to fight somebody.
Did you realise it sounds a bit mad?
Bring them on, I want to fight people.
No, but it's the effort and the training, the commitment to it, like climbing a mountain. I mean, I think climbing a mountain and doing a marathon is ridiculously macho. It's not the fact that you can
No,
do
that's
it
not
and go-
macho compared
Well, it's
with boxing.
macho, isn't it? Climbing, there's no reason to climb a mountain, there's no reason to do a marathon. If you can run a mile, that's all you need. The fact that you train is whether you can do it yourself and achieve something. And this is more like the training and the learning skill and then seeing if it works. I don't want to get in there.
But aren't you concerned that you might get beaten? Or you might get beaten up, I should say.
No, what's the worst that can happen? It was
You'll get black eyes, bruises, and...
bruises.
James,
heal.
let me just remind you of the
What?
time we were working in your flat, right? And you immediately, right, I don't know to this day what happened, but you started choking. You clasped your chest. You were breathing, wheezing, right? I leapt over to you. I remember screaming, I don't know the Heimlich maneuver. If you've swallowed something I can't help.
Yeah.
You gained your breath, you gained your composure. I said, what happened? Did you eat something? Did you go down the wrong way? You said, no, I swallowed some dust.
Oh dear
I
God.
swallowed some dust. You breathed some dust in that was in the air. There was some dust in the air. You breathed that in. It knocked you out for 2 days.
God.
You were in bed for 2 days.
I love that.
I don't think you're the man for the job.
And that's some dust. What do you think this businessman's going to do?
Exactly.
Would be permanent. Hurt you permanent.
Yeah.
It'll hurt you permanent.
You found a lump, didn't you, on your testicle? Once we sat in a doctor's waiting room, I remember, for about 45
You got
minutes.
checked out, it was fine. I think I went twice, didn't I?
Yeah,
I said to the doctor at one point, I said, did you check round the back?
Yeah.
I was thinking he hadn't checked it. Yeah. Oh, dear.
Just because they haven't found anything. My point is this.
Oh.
You're something of hypochondriac. You know you're something of hypochondriac. You know that already. So why do you think this is going to be any different?
Wow.
If you take when you take the first blow to the head, you take the punch, you'll immediately think that you've got some kind of, brain disorder.
No,
and you'll be
I've
done
always
for,
wanted to
and
do it,
you'll
but I
give
just
up.
thought,
You'll throw the
I
towel.
wanted to make sure, I wanted to know that I definitely lost my looks.
Right.
And I've seen some of the publicity shots, I've got mirrors and mouths, so now, because I've definitely lost my looks now, I've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So I want, maybe a younger, more handsome man, I want to teach him a lesson.
I'll end with this.
Right.
For people who listen to this show regularly,
Yeah.
you already sound like you're punch drunk. Alright? And that's just your natural way of talking. Please, let's not do the real thing.
Oh, play a record.
You're talking about, because you're talking about zoo though, and I was watching the news last night, and it had a feature about Madame Tussauds.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
saying that they scrapped many of the royal family. Now, I don't mean this, but I've never understood the appeal of Madame Tussauds. I just genuinely, with no irony, cannot see the appeal of sort of having my photo taken next to a waxwork of J.Lo.
I know.
I can't compute why that would be fun. I don't know, what is it? Do they move? They don't move, do they?
No,
They
of
just
course they
stand
don't.
there.
I
So
know.
genuinely, I mean, it's so crowds of people queuing up, and people queuing up to have their photo taken with the royals. And I
The
thought,
queue would put me off immediately.
well, yeah.
I mean, it's just down the road,
But
isn't
didn't
it?
say you go home to your friend and go, there's me, there's me with Kylie.
Yeah,
There's
it's
me
not
with
quite,
Britney
is it?
Spears.
Her eyes
Oh,
look a
no,
bit
it's just a
funny.
wax effigy.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
met her.
No, it's just a waxwork.
Right.
It's not even the real person. If you've been to Madame Tussauds, if you have any understanding of why the appeal there, email
Hold
and
on,
tell
wait a
me.
minute.
I've
Well,
no
let's
understanding.
not diss them because they might melt down Ricky Tomlinson one day to do me.
Sure,
You
yeah.
never know, you know.
Or Rick Waller.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't want to put them off.
But seriously, I mean, I'm not...
You know, Roy
but
Kinnear might be in there.
what
and
is
he's
the appeal? Genuinely, what is the appeal? To walk around a number of...
But that's the same as lookalikes. When I see it at the back of the stage and it's got like, I don't know, Susan Gooding is Caprice.
Yeah.
And you want to go, what do you do with her? Oh, 500 quid, she comes and stands at your party.
Yeah.
And people go, she looks a bit like Caprice. Yeah, don't go too close. She goes, yeah.
Is that Caprice over there?
No, but it's...
It looks like...
Yeah.
There was one in the back of the stage which was so-and-so is Jordan. And it was a woman who's sort of buxom girl wearing very little. I thought,
Buxom! Are you from the West Country?
I thought to myself, if you're willing to get your knocks out pretending to be Jordan, just get them out and become a pastry model. Stop pretending to be Jordan.
And call yourself after another Middle Eastern country.
Yeah.
Don't just... Yeah, don't
It's
just...
very odd.
I know.
Very
God.
strange. But you've got a lookalike now, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's
But
so odd.
But it's a bloke, right, sort of at his desk, right,
in the picture.
And it's David Brent.
Yeah.
And it's got Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
So,
I don't remember. It's just an old fat bloke with a beard.
all right, don't have a go.
All right.
Play a record, Carl. No need for that.
You ever wet the bed? I honestly haven't.
Never wet the bed. Never wet the bed.
Never.
Okay, let's play a record then.
Are we doing
What?
a bit of...
You wet the bed, have you?
Wow, not
Go on.
as such.
Well, you may as well tell us.
What is then?
Well, is there a story attached?
Well, I remember once, right?
Was this when you were a child?
Sort of.
How old?
26.
Okay.
And, oh, God. Oh, it's another story involving... Anyway, right, once...
Just wasn't a sink hammer.
Oh, God.
Come on, Gervais.
Well, once... I went to, stay... went down to Brighton with Jane for a party, a sister's party. And, we were staying at parents' house, the parents were away. And, first of all, I got too drunk. I don't think I'd known him very long. And I remember it was a fancy dress party, and I didn't go to fancy dress, but I remember laying on the floor trying to trip people over because I was so drunk.
That's something that's hilarious if you're drunk.
Yeah, imagine Jane going, "Oh, that's my boyfriend. I'm so proud." To all her family. And then I got a cab. I got a cab journey home to her, but I didn't remember. And apparently the cab driver was going, "Is he all right?" Because I was going, "I'll be sick. I'll be sick." Jane, he's fine. Then I laid on the bathroom floor, and Jane timed it. It was 45 minutes. Me singing "Right by Your Side" by the Eurythmics. And then I went to bed, and apparently I got up in the middle of the night, walked round the bed, and just thought the bed was a toilet. And Jane said, "Ricky!" I went, "What?" She went, "Oh, listen on me." I went, "Well, don't need to wake me up." And then just got back to bed.
You urinated on the bed?
All right, yeah.
Oh, man alive. This is another example of how people can just exploit you and make fun of you when you're tall.
Yeah.
I was quite tall. I've always been like about 6'7" for quite a while now. And when I was about 16, I went to a big New Year's celebration in Bristol, where I come from. And everyone kind of congregates in this big sort of part of town, and there was all people dancing around, nothing for father's day. And I was there, like, somehow I just picked up a balloon somewhere along the line, one of those kind of helium sort of balloons. I was holding that and dancing around. And these two girls came up to me, and I was thinking, yeah, okay, you know, it's New Year's Eve, brilliant, you know, that's my kind of party.
Yeah.
They came up, they went, "Hey."
Once a year.
And they went, they said, "You going to be here for long?" And I went, "Well, maybe." And they said, "It's just that we've arranged to meet back at you in about an hour." I went, "What do you mean?" I went, "Well, it's just because we can see you wherever you are. Don't worry, you can move around and stuff. We'll see you with the balloon. Just arranged to meet some friends."
I love that, a landmark.
So, like,
The pilots use that. Oh, we're just coming in. We'll be when we see Stephen Merchant, we'll be descending to Bristol Temple Mead.
What's really funny is New Year's Eve, Trafalgar Square, you got a huge column, but they use
Yeah.
Steve as like the meeting point.
Steve's got a huge column.
brilliant, Rick. Well done. Award-winning comedy from Ricky Gervais.
Like I say, the man with the frisbee. What happens if he had a mate who said, "Rubbish that"? He wouldn't have done it.
I love the fact that you think the frisbee is the pinnacle of invention.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
No, it's an example of something that, you know, if he was on some programme where you said, "I've invented this," he'd go, "Get out." They wouldn't give him time of day to say, "Right, I've made this thing, it's out of plastic, you throw it about." What for? And you just chuck it about on the beach. What's the point? It's a bit of fun, isn't it? No, I don't like it. How many
Okay,
of
that was an
them-
argument with himself.
No, but do you know what I mean? It's a popular little thing, and I'm just saying it's easy to put ideas down.
But you've never even come up with an idea as good as the frisbee, and that's saying something.
I came up with a clippable mat that goes on a
What?
cup, and it's a good little thing. I haven't followed it through yet.
A what?
A clippable mat.
What's a clippable mat? What does that
Clippable
involve?
mat that you stick on a cup, so you can put your cup down on a table without having to go, "Oh, where's that mat?" It's clipped to the cup all the time, and you put the cup down wherever you want because it's got a mat on it.
I think I've seen that.
But why does it have
No,
to be
you haven't.
clipped?
No, I
To it?
think
Why
I
couldn't it
have.
just be built into the cup?
Because
So it clips onto, you've got our special cups. It doesn't
Yeah.
clip onto every cup.
no, but just the same way that every sauce is different. You don't say, "Oh, I'm sick of this sauce. It doesn't fit a mug." You use the sauce of that. I mean, I don't use sauces. Just don't buy. That
But
sort of
isn't a
thing.
saucer what you're talking about?
Kind of, yeah, but it's clippable.
But why is the clippability so important to you?
So you don't have to keep finding the mat when you put the cup down. It's constantly clipped to the
But why does it have to be clippable? Because that suggests it's removable. Why not just have something where it's constantly attached? what's to stop you from losing that in much the same way as you lose the coasters?
Do
which
we
of course
need
problem.
this? Do we need a
Well,
clippable coaster?
Let's ask him like it's the Dragon's Den. Let's ask
Okay,
him
yeah.
now.
What?
We've got money to invest
Yeah.
on your clippable
Right.
cup. Now
What's your
pitch
problem?
this idea to us. Tell how will you sell this
Well,
idea
you
to us?
just said, what was your question then?
Brilliant. So you're not listening. Let's start
No,
again.
I am.
Okay,
I
no,
just-
imagine you walked in. You
What
just
is it
walked
for?
in.
What is it for? Is it a coaster to stop the heat from the cup burning the varnish,
Rick, let him explain it.
or
Let's-
is it a saucer to stop
Well, look at
spills?
it.
Let's have you pitch this idea to us. Just you've never met us before. You were investors. Tell us, explain this to us. Sell it to us.
Right. We're living in a world where furniture is important to people. We spend a lot of money on it, don't we, furniture? There's so many
absolutely.
furniture shops out there.
Yeah,
All different types of wood from all over the world.
absolutely. Yeah.
Right? If something's come from the Amazon, you don't want a coffee stain on it.
No, you don't. No.
Right. But we're living in a world as well where people don't use saucers.
What do you mean
When
they
you
don't?
go out, when you go out and buy, because people.
What do you mean we live in a world where they don't use saucers? Yeah, there's loads of saucers. Yeah.
Because I know people who buy cups singly
Right.
because there's only 2 people living in a flat. So you don't buy a big box, because in a big box of like plates and that, you get things like, you know, what's the plate that's above a saucer but below a plate?
What the heck?
The plate that's above a saucer, but below a plate. So it's a plate, but it's below a plate.
But it's the size that you sort of go, what am I doing with this?
So what would it be? A side plate?
Maybe,
A
but
plate that you'd have alongside your regular dinner plate,
Maybe
right?
put a bread roll on or something in a restaurant.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but-
Okay.
but you
What's
don't
your
need that.
point? What do
No,
you mean?
this is fascinating to me. Because
What-
this is his best attempt now to
Okay.
try and attract investment.
do you know where your mats are at home?
I haven't got mats. Don't use them
Why not?
because it doesn't bother me. I haven't got any highly polished furniture from the Amazon.
Right, Steve, have you got any sort of...
I've got some coasters and I use the coasters.
And do you know where they are when you need one?
Well, yes, because they're always at the place where I would normally put down a mug of hot tea, i.e.
Yeah.
on a table or a coffee table.
Right, now, do
I
you
keep
find...
if I had a highly polished table from the Amazon, I'd keep my coasters on it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying now is, what happens if you get up with your cup of tea? You're a busy man, right? This
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. We're living in a world where people are busier than
Yeah,
ever.
go on,
Not everybody can sit down and enjoy a cup of tea sat in the same place.
right?
You get up and you might move into another room.
You haven't got a polished table in there from the Amazon, so it doesn't
No, but
matter.
you might be working on another expensive table
Oh, fine, we'll have a coaster there
that
as
has
well
a
then.
computer on.
My question is this. One, does it fit all mugs? Or do I have to buy a special mug to have this special
Well,
bit
we
attached?
can work it whatever way you want. We can either look at the standard size mug and say, let's appeal to everyone, or we can get in touch with some mug company,
How is it clipped?
just like little plastic clips that clip onto it,
Yeah.
and then you clip it off and you clean it. They're dishwasher proof, by the way.
I don't need that.
Can't you just make a mug that has some face of the mug to prevent the mark?
No, I don't need
Isn't it really?
I just want to say, pointless idea.
Right, but like you've just suggested. What
Yeah.
about we?
Your idea, that's my idea. Well, but that's absurd idea. Now I've got the money.
Yeah, you haven't painted it anyway. And
Rubbish, because I've just thought.
yeah, well, if Peter Jones is listening, or that Valentine fella, or what's his name?
Any of the big any investors anywhere, podcast at rickygervais.com. Get in touch. Tell us how we can move forward with this brilliant new idea.
Pathetic.
No, it's just that, you know, when it's good when you're a kid, isn't it? When Christmas is all about like your presents.
What did you want when you were a kid? What's your best present you ever had?
There's a few things. One that Christmas, right? The computers first came out, and there was one called the Sinclair.
What year are we talking?
83. Anyway, right,
Yeah.
not the size. Day comes, you know, I couldn't sleep as a kid.
Yeah.
It's not the one I wanted. It's not the Spectrum. It was right. So I thought, best not show that I'm disappointed. And you have sort of.
Now you say, oh,
Yeah, but you know, so I pretended I liked it and that. I thought, I'll play some games on it. I'll just... Anyway.
even as a kid, he had the narrative. Look, he's frowned since he was about 4.
Yeah.
Look at those lines.
Right. So, yeah, but this is why. You'll understand in a minute when I tell you the end of this story.
Go on.
So, I load up a computer game, which used to take about 10 minutes.
Was it
right,
on cassette? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a fax machine, doesn't it? Yeah.
Right. Anyway, it wouldn't load. I was thinking, what's up with this? Is it broke? Right. And I kept trying it. And my dad sort of... my mum used to get up early to open the presents with me. My dad got up at about midday. He couldn't be bothered. Right? Anyway, he comes down.
This is so telling. This
I
is
know, the picture he paints is
I
so
know,
heartbreaking.
it's like Alan Bennett or something.
Yeah.
Or Dickens.
Yeah, or some of those kind of 60s back like Kathy Come Home, sort of, you know, really
independent dramas.
So anyway, so I'm there, I get frown growing and that. Yeah. Try to read this book, thinking, why isn't it working? So my dad has a look, and he goes, oh, you're missing a bit. I said, what? He goes, you need a RAM pack, right? Which is a bit that you put in the back of it that gives it extra memory.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do
You need one of
mean?
them.
I'm like, what do you mean? It's Christmas Day, right? And we're talking about the days when, like, Tandy wasn't open. It wasn't open for days.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like now, by lunchtime, Christmas Day, everything's open again.
Yeah.
Right? Then you had to wait about 2 weeks. Everyone like, had a big holiday and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, God. Oh. I actually started to be sick with frustration.
Oh no!
With
How old were you? How old were you?
Do you know, like,
How old were you?
well, like I say, I don't know, it must have been about 8 or something. Oh, but that thing of like, what it's Christmas Day, I can't play with it. And I had to wait for like
God.
2 weeks, what have you. Sat over the kitchen sink, sort of going, stressing out.
Oh my
Hated it. It was a
God.
rubbish Christmas.
Wow! I love the idea of you going.
Stress, isn't it?
What did your dad say?
Jeez.
He just sort of said, look, calm down, we'll get you one when the shop's open. And it's like, yeah, but 2 weeks.
I have never heard anyone being sick from stress.
Jeez.
Poor little kid just.
Aw.
Carl was too shy to obviously ever do this for real, but we thought that end the run of this with things that Carl hates.
Yeah,
we
we
know
put-
everything he likes. We know that. So Carl,
We should just point out that we've been inspired by the TV show Room 101. We didn't come up with this ourselves.
yeah, we did. This is room 102. Yeah, we'll be Paul Merton, and you be Carl Pilkington. Right, you could start to banish to room 101 all those things that you dislike. They're never to be seen again. Will you please welcome Carl Pilkington?
Right.
Who?
How you doing?
All right, Carl. So, what's your first? What does this represent? And imagine me putting something on the table next to you. Go on.
Right. Well, first of all, right, it's dead hard to come up with like 5 things that drive you up the wall.
Okay.
Right. It's not easy because there's so many things.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, picking 5. It's like someone saying pick your 5 favourite records or 5 favourite films.
Yeah.
It's hard. So
You know in Desert Island Discs where you always get the complete works of Shakespeare in the Bible?
Yeah.
I think you should include Ricky Gervais. I think you should always be there already in Room 101. They don't have to nominate you. You always go in.
Go on then.
So don't bother putting him in. Don't bother putting Ricky in, Carl. He's already there.
I'm already there, waiting.
Yeah.
Go on then.
right.
Yeah.
First of all, right, I thought of like things that we've done in the past
Sure.
and like quotes and that, like you were
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
That quote that people say that you know, money doesn't make you happy.
Yeah.
Right. We're just rattling through some here.
Yeah.
That annoys me.
What?
Well, the quote money doesn't make you happy.
Yeah, because
Why?
it does. It clearly does.
Right.
Without it, life's pretty dull, isn't it?
Yeah. Good.
Right. So
Okay.
so that's like a little short thing, and you know, then that sort of makes you think about people with money. There was
Yeah.
a programme on in the week. I don't know if you saw it, Steve. The one _𝕃.ℝ.𝔹.
That was brilliant, wasn't it? That was great, show.
So annoying.
Oh, yeah.
There was a girl on there, right, who's from a rich family and that, and you know, it's not her fault she's from a rich family.
No.
It's like how posh people annoy people. That doesn't annoy me because the way I sound is because of where I'm brought up and that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you sound posh, you sound posh. It's
Yeah.
you know, it doesn't change you as a person or whatever.
Yeah, it's quite
But this
true.
girl, right? Did you see it, Steve?
I did.
You didn't see it,
I
did you,
didn't,
Ricky?
no.
Right? This girl goes shopping. She buys like 4 t-shirts and a crappy little handbag.
Yeah.
Spends about 1,300 quid. and she's just wasting it going, you know, the woman's saying there, oh, you'll love these, you know, they're really in fashion. She said, oh, whatever, I'll probably only wear them once anyway. And it just, that sort of thing annoys me.
Yeah.
You know, people with money, you know, who have grafted for it are good. But like, you know, people who just get money given to them from the rich parents trying to make the world. There was another point, right, where she's in a shoe shop, right, and she's like got these big boots and stuff. But part of the problem is, right, she's quite odd looking and that, right, but she's got a lot of money, so she makes herself look half decent. Yeah. Problem is, she's got fat ankles. She's got fat ankles. Right. And they drive her up the wall because no matter, I mean, it's one of them things, isn't it? It's almost like God has gone, yeah, you can have all the toffees and stuff you want. You can have, like, your nice T-shirts. But at the end of the day, love, you're stuck with these ankles. And you can see this.
I can't say it. Right, you can have all the toffees you want.
Yeah.
And you have nice handbags and that, but you're stuck with these ankles. Oh, God.
And I really wanted to get a job in that shoe shop where she was going in, blowing her dad's money, and she was calling up her dad saying, oh, Daddy, is it all right if, you know, I'm just out shopping, I've just bought some shoes that have cost like $1,000, and I really wanted a job in that shoe shop, just so I could sit there, and when she comes in, you go, oh, hello, love, whatever her name is, lovely to see you here again, got some lovely new shoes in, look at these nice new boots, everyone's wearing them, Victoria Beckham, and, you know, all the it girls are wearing them, yeah, try them on. Oh, you can't because your ankles are so fat. You can't get into these. Never mind, here's some boots. She really annoyed me. And I'm not a nasty person.
Wow.
You're not.
She brought it out of me.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm worried though, this idea of you getting a job in a shoe shop, I'm not sure you're qualified.
I like all that's the way round it. That
Yeah.
some people go, oh, I'd like her to lose all her money or something. He'd like to actually rather go through getting the job in the shop.
Yeah.
And then just waiting there.
You'd be too busy walking around outside on some kind of trolley stuck in a little lake. But interestingly, in that show, I was watching that show, and at one point, you mentioned that her fat heels or her fat ankles.
Yeah.
She said, I'd like to have various changes to my body. I'd like to do this to my face and da 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 da. And her mum's there, and her mum's going, no, don't be so. That's no, you're my daughter, you're beautiful. Da 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 da. No, you shouldn't. I'm not going to let you have those. Da, da, da. She went, I'd love to have an operation on my fat ankles. Her mum went, yeah, I do agree with that.
Wow.
What kind of a mother does that?
Oh, how bad can fat ankles be?
I know.
What were these ankles like?
Well, tell us, Rick. You must know.
No, do you know what I mean?
They were like, if you said to a little kid, say a 4-year-old kid, draw a person, they'd draw her legs. Do you know where there's no sort of thin bit and then it comes out a bit for your knees?
Oh, yeah, and they're
down to
just
ankles? It was just like 2 logs.
People going to say, oh, what do you mean flares? They're leggings. Cheeky.
Oh, so, you
It's
know.
okay, so you're putting in posh girls with fat ankles. Right, supposing your mind, right, your mind got put into any animal, right, and you've got to get from where you are now, right, to Glasgow, right, as an animal, right, but the authorities will be looking out for it,
Okay.
and it's shooting you, right, and what you went through loads, didn't you?
Just thinking about it it must have took me about an hour.
So your mind has been put into an animal.
And then, yeah, so it's you
And
in
you-
this animal thinking
right, yeah.
you've got to get to somewhere.
But the authorities know you're in the animal?
Yeah, maybe your body is in Glasgow or something, and you've got to get this animal to get to you so it can transfer its mind back into your body.
But the government knows that I'm...
Oh, we've all had that conversation.
So the government's going, Carl can't have his own brain back.
I only have it with Carl. We don't like these conversations. Go on, yeah.
So yeah, so you're on the way.
So think about it. You think about it just for a second. So let's recap. Your body's in Scotland.
Right.
He's the only one that takes my question seriously.
Your brain is in London, right? And there's like loads of security and stuff looking out in the sky for animals or looking on the field, seeing what's looking a bit suspicious. Trying to get to your body.
And they're
to
shooting
put the
them.
brain, and they're shooting everything and killing all the animals. What thing would you pick to get your brain to Scotland that wouldn't get caught? And I reckon I've got the answer.
A wasp?
No, because think about it, a lot of people get irritated if it sort of wanted to get a lift in a car going down the motorway. If someone's driving
was
it's a
hitchhiking,
wasp
yeah.
in the car, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, sure.
Cause a right accident.
Yeah.
So think of something that people wouldn't, you know.
And the clock's ticking as well.
You're taking this really very seriously,
Yeah,
aren't you, Carl?
you've only got a
You
couple
have thought, you've given this a lot of thought, haven't you? You have.
Yeah.
So, something with speed.
Yeah, it's
Something
got
that can travel quite speedily.
Well, that's... Yeah.
Well,
And something that's also inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is
Yeah.
that the sort of thing you're that's what you're doing?
Yeah.
And is it a creature that's native to this country?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
I've got no idea, Carl. What you
Tell
thinking?
him.
A flea.
A
flea. Tell him why.
Think about it. Right, this flea, it's got my brain. It's dead small, the flea.
Thanks for clearing that up. Yeah.
And so it goes, right, I've got to get to Scotland. So it jumps on someone who's going to Euston Station. Right. They don't know it's there. No. The government can't see it.
Think of that statement. Think of it just tuned in. Yeah. Now,
people get on the train, goes to Glasgow or Edinburgh, wherever in Scotland it is. It jumps off, it goes right, jumps on someone else who's going the way it needs to go, gets there, still no one's seen it, jumps on me, I get my brain back. The government are like...
And you feel confident that your brain would fit in that of a flea's?
Well, you said there was no problem with the size of it. You said you could...
That certainly wouldn't be.
So...
No. I pretty much you could download everything you know into a flea.
Yeah. So that's genius.
Yeah.
That's,
what would you rather have, right? Roller skate feet, and there's little wheels, right? Chopstick hands. Yeah? Instead of hands, chopsticks instead of hands. Wheels instead of feet.
Yeah.
Right? Or acne.
How big are the wheels?
We were talking earlier about things that have happened when we were away. Quite a lot, but there's one thing I heard. I hope it's a rumour. I kept it from you, Steve, because I want you to sort of have spirits out, because we've been at it in the office, and you've got to be... Okay, I'm just going to say it. I think Shed 7 have split up.
Sorry?
Shed 7 have split up.
Sorry, I think I got something in my eye. It's just a bit dusty anyway. So, okay, if it's true, it's true. If not, we've got at least we've got their music. The music lives on. So we're going to dedicate this show and all the bands they influence. So we're just going to play just every artist that formed a band after they'd heard Shed 7. Just play them from now on, and obviously all the hits, the Shed 7 hits.
When I saw this, I saw it on a website. It said, like, is it true? Shed 7 has split up. And the next, when I got a dorky message board, someone came out and said, you are joking. Oh dear, what else is that?
I just pray that it is just a rumour.
It's just a rumour, yeah. Just call in if it's true.
Well, no, call in yourself.
Well, if Shed's listening,
yeah,
and he's not busy, he's got Mondays off now. Call in and say what was the split all about.
I'm wondering if you're turning into my dad, because he bought my mum a bracelet. He won't mind me talking about this because he said you'll probably talk about this on the radio, and you're right, Dad. I am talking about it. He bought my mum a little gold bracelet. Lovely gift. You know, it was a lovely thing. And she opened it, she loved it, and everyone thought, what a great gift, lovely gift. He wouldn't stop talking about it. He wouldn't stop talking about the gift he bought. He kept on grabbing my mum's arm and showing it to people. Look at the gleam on there. See, look at the shine on that. Look at the gleam there. Look at that. And do you know he said the great thing about that's pure gold. He went, it's an investment. That's an investment, man. It's got, you know, it's always worth selling gold.
I love that when people get a gift and go, it's an investment. I love it.
But what, not only does it sort of take away any of the romanticism of it, but it was the way he constantly was talking about how great a gift it was.
I'll tell you what, I haven't heard the word gleam for 30 years.
Look at the gleam on there.
The gleam.
Look at that sparkle on there. Look at that, it looks like rope. That's what he said, it looks like rope. It looks like gold rope. And he just, and I know, I disagree, we're opening this. He went this way, I could hear him in the kitchen going, think about that's pure gold, Dad. That's pure gold.
I might melt that down.
Yeah. John, look at that.
Great, that's brilliant now.
But it's just, it doesn't it sort of undermine the gift of it if you keep on droning on about it.
If people enjoy giving, that's nice, isn't it? You got to, you know, what did your mum say? You loved it.
You can get a word next week.
That's a step up from a jar of coffee, though, isn't it?
It is a step up, yeah.
That's good.
Let's do a couple of openings. Let's do a couple of openings. Yeah. Well, you better say something. Well, I think you should say, welcome to the Ricky Gervais show on the, or whatever podcast.
I'm not on this, am I?
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
Well, just say hello.
Hello?
No, let us do the introductions. We're doing 2 introductions in the 2 shows. Fuck me.
Oh, God.
I just think, you know, we want to lift off the show straight away into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
The best way to do that, it seemed to me, was to resurrect a game we used to play when we first began the show in old XFM days. Do you remember the game? Do you remember the game Make Ricky Gervais
Rub me
Laugh?
hard.
Rub You Hard?
No, no.
No, that was only in the pilot. We never actually did that on live.
Okay, right.
No, it was the game Make Ricky Gervais Laugh.
Oh, I remember,
And we
yeah.
used to get people, Carl, you probably didn't hear it, we used to get people to sort of send in pictures and jokes and stuff. And if I could make Ricky laugh on air with those...
He won a
pictures,
toffee.
Then they won a gift of some kind.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of emails actually saying people love your laugh, Rick. So in a sense, we're giving the public what
They
they want.
must be taking the mickey.
But this is a picture I found in today's copy of The Sun, so if you're listening at home and you want to know what the picture looks like, rush out and buy a copy, only 40p.
Yeah.
And,
Are we sponsored by The Sun? We do White Van Man.
Exactly. It amused me straight away, this, because bear in mind,
Right.
it is one of the world's biggest rock stars.
Okay.
Just check out the face.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Look at that.
Oh, that is Michael Stipe. Oh, dear, we're sort of like, we're looking like, I don't know, some sort of Nazi officer. That's not libelous.
That's not like this. In your opinion, Michael Stipe,
Yeah.
he's outside there during the press conference
Yeah.
for Peter Buck's.
It's not a good picture. I love REM and I love Michael Stipe. I think he's a lovely man, but that's a bad picture, isn't it?
He's got big glasses on and
Yeah.
stubble, obviously he's got bald head. He doesn't appear to be looking at anything. He's looking right beyond everyone else. Can you see that, Tom? I'll tell you what he looks like. He looks like Zig, I think, from Zig and Zag. He looks like
Well, there
he's a
you
Muppet
go.
made of foam.
Oh, love it.
Nice to see that game come back.
Yeah,
It's a
the
roaring
medium of
success.
radio.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good picture that is. I hope you enjoyed it. Coming up soon, we've got Sir David of Bowie, Nicholas Cave, and Travis. Flowers in the window again.
You know, we get emails all the time coming through all the way through the show, and I
I
open
know.
them, and a lot of them, because everyone's contributing, it's brilliant, but we can't really absorb everything, it's too much coming
Yeah.
through. So I tend to open them quickly, have a look, see if there's anything we can sort of make sense of, and close them again. Sometimes Carl looks at the emails as I'm opening them. One opened just a minute ago. You saw his
I
face?
suppose, yeah, what was it?
His face was just stunned. He was
It's
just absolutely dumbfounded. It was
Yeah,
like he'd
what
just
is it?
seen something extraordinary, right?
And you closed it
I
quickly.
did close it. I'll tell you why,
Why?
right? Always got to bear in mind how Carl's mind works. All he saw was the name of the band that this email was promoting. So
Right.
all he saw, all Carl saw, and you can imagine how excited he was all he saw was half man, half biscuit. That's all he saw.
I never knew you were so excited. Oh, God.
Oh my
The
god.
popular joke novelty band.
How
Half
have you
Man,
heard
Half
of them,
Biscuit.
then?
Imagine how excited he was.
That is fantastic. Brilliant. Mr. Garibaldi. Oh, half man, half biscuit. That is genius. Oh, amazing.
I just saw it. Closed it again.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he hadn't told you that, and he'd have arranged it, next week he'd be saying, what they've done, scientists, they've cloned a man with a biscuit. He's got currants for eyes.
Never go swimming. Can I just say something now before we do Rockbusters? A lot of people they come up to me, they say, Steve, we like the show. When are you going to get rid of Rockbusters? It brings it down. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. There is lots of people.
Come on, let Carl speak.
Come off it. Come off it. I know people who say, you're never going to stop that, are you? So one is lying again.
Well, not really. You know, I'm talking about people who listen to the show. You're talking about Suzanne, your girlfriend.
Martin, he'll be at home now with a pad, getting ready to play.
But I should just.
Max Freeman did encourage Carl on a couple of occasions. He even tried to get him through with the answer egg when we were doing that naming animal round.
Yes.
So
But I should just say that people think that somehow Ricky and I are endorsing Rockbusters, that somehow by allowing it on the show, somehow we think it's good or we appreciate it. And I need to point out that it's more like when a child comes back from school and they've done a painting.
Yeah.
It's crap,
yeah,
but of
the
course you've got to
cat
stick
is
it on the
bigger than
fridge.
the house.
You've got to stick it on
Yeah.
the fridge because otherwise the kids going to
Exactly.
get upset.
In this next episode, you've got to remember the cat is bigger than the house.
Exactly. It
Okay.
doesn't look like anything.
But humans don't have bodies; their legs come straight from their head.
Yeah, mummy and daddy.
Please welcome to the stage Carl Pilkington's Rockbusters.
Right? Right, so cryptic clues,
No, not
initials,
cryptic.
and you work
Rubbish
it out,
clue.
you email in and that.
Yeah.
First one,
Yeah.
don't be stealing my tools, take your sister's. Alright, and the initials NK.
Don't be
So-
stealing the tools, take my sister's.
Yeah, so that's like the cryptic clue, and the initials of the artist or band is NK, right? Second one, buy it if you want, not bothered, think about it. Come back, right? Come back if you want.
Start again, Carl. No, start right through. Right, start that second one again.
Right, well, you can buy...
It's different. Well, the first one was buy it. Well, no, this one was yeah. Well, write it down. Buy it. Right, do it. Do it. If it's a cryptic clue, all the letters count. Do it.
Buy it if you want, I'm not that bothered. You know, think about it, come back, check some other places out first before you know.
That was a crossroads clue in the Times. So we've got no time for other clues. Right.
So that's SC.
Right, do that clue again.
Buy it if you want, I'm not fussed, you know what I mean? Think about it.
Fast has made an appearance. Fast wasn't there before. Do the clue again. Do the clue again.
Initials SC.
Do the clue again.
I don't want to do it again.
You haven't finished it yet?
I have, that's it.
No, do the clue again.
Can't do it again.
Do the clue again.
Buy it if you want, I'm not fussed, right? Shop around, come back. It's up to you. I'm not pushing you into anything.
It's
Right?
up to you. What's there?
SC for that one, right? And the final one, that's good. I can play 10-pin bowling again.
Okay, and what's the clue?
That's O for that one. O. Alright, so...
Okay, now I assume that I'm not going to bother to look, but I assume there's a jiffy bag of tax which people can win. Alright, well, great, good luck. Ricky.𝕃 at xfm.co.uk is the email address.
Thorns.
No, buy it if you want. I'm not pushing. Come back, have a look round. I'm open Wednesdays, by the way. Shut up,
Should we have the Rockbusters answers? You've got to get that tax out of the way.
Love to. Number one was, don't be stealing my tools, take your sisters. The initials were NK. That was Nick Ershaw, right?
Nick Ershaw?
Nick Ershaw, 80s.
I don't know. I've never heard that band.
Nick Kershaw.
Nick Kershaw, yeah. Nick. Sorry, what? I don't understand it. Nick. How does Nick Kershaw?
Second one was,
No, don't move on. Kershaw. What's Nick Ershaw?
Alright.
It doesn't count. It's not a clue.
So let's just leave it behind us, alright?
Second one was, buy it if you want. You know, I'm not bothered. You can think about it, come back, have a look around, think it over. I'm not fussed. The initials were SC. That was soft sell, right?
That works.
Yeah.
Well done.
That works.
Right. And that's good. I can play 10-pin bowling again. That's O. That's Outcast. Alright?
What does that mean?
What?
Outcast?
You're out, you broke your arm. Right? Got the
That's
cast off it.
ridiculous.
That's ludicrous.
I mean, that's
You
ridiculous.
broke your arm, you were in a cast, you got rid of the cast, you're outcast.
Did anyone get that?
Yeah.
I mean, I am stunned.
Wow.
Because how many bands begin with O?
Yeah,
I think that's why people got it.
exactly. Put our guesses, yeah. I could probably make Oasis work if I tried hard enough.
We've done that.
Oh, pardon me.
So, Outcast.
That's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
But
We've
it's
had worse than that.
ridiculous.
We've had worse than that.
Worse than that!
I remember when I did my wristing and it fixed, I went 10-pin bowling.
Why did you do your
So it's
wristing?
what you did. Brilliant. So next week's quiz is what am I thinking? You're an idiot, Carl. Play a
Who's the
record.
winner?
Why did you do your wristing?
Crash.
A what?
Had a crash.
You had a crash?
Yeah.
That sounds like a story explored.
Not much to it. I just went on a free sort of rally day. Got in his car. Been working all night, right? So I wasn't the best condition to be whizzing around the track.
Oh, God.
Like a Formula 1 type car.
Wow.
Spun out of control, hit some mud, smashed it all in, knocked it off, and I didn't realise I'd done a load of damage until
You had it on your
Yikes.
head, but you were fine.
Oh,
it was the
no.
winner.
Mike Godwin.
Oh, my goodness.
You were talking about schools, swearing, kids at school. I just remember at school, loads of my friends now are becoming teachers. And
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it must be like in an environment with kids. Because when we were at school, I mean, not particularly me, but lots of people in the class, and you'd all end up doing it, would just treat teachers like they weren't humans, like they were just creatures from another
Well,
planet
kids
that were
are
there to be
cruel
tormented.
because, yeah,
and-
it's a game, isn't it, to see how far you can wind someone up to distraction.
but is it,
And most people grow out of that.
but is it because, not everyone, but especially they've got a bit of cash in their pocket now, and a little bit of success, they tend to think that gives them license to treat people badly. It's terrible. But I remember there was a guy, this is such a terrible story, there was a teacher who came in,
and he was teaching us, and one kid, one of the hard nuts, he'd found out that this he lived on his own, and he had a cat, and the cat got run over, and so we got in early, like everyone was in early, and before the teacher came in, and this kid drew a picture of a cat being run over by a car in chalk on the blackboard, a huge picture of it, and the teacher just came in, saw it, burst into tears, and ran out. And the thing is, that was like the beginning of term, so he could never get us back after that. There was never going to be any respect for him. It was just,
I know, yeah.
it's just like, I just remember now thinking about it, I mean, at the time I remember thinking it was bad, but now it's just heartbreaking, it's devastating.
I know.
It's just
They just forget, they let their guard down a little bit.
Did you ever do the one where you just humming?
Yeah.
And he'd tell us to stop it, and then everyone would just...
We used to, there was one teacher, me and my mate used to go up to him, and just, when we was talking to the other one, just sort of sniff him slightly, and then sort of like, so he goes, what? I go, nothing. And he'd walk away sniffing his armpit.
But those kind of mind games, it's like...
I know. Once, right, I was talking about this in the week actually, we had this teacher, and he must have been sort of 60 then, right, and we're all about sort of like 12. We had to do French, you had to put your thing on the booth, and it was I told you something, le chat est right, and répété, cats on the wall, right, and he'd repeat it in French, and of course everyone was going F, C, just for fun, and he heard this, and he listened back to all of them, and he realised it goes, and he went mental. He went, I don't believe this. Do you know how much these cost? He was going mad, he was going red and bursting like Carl was earlier, and it was like, I can't stand this anymore. Anyway, he picked up an exercise book and said, look at this exercise book, look. And I won't say the kid's name, he went, so-and-so, look, oh look, he's put, and I'll change his name, Smithers. He went, oh look, he's put Smithers in his shit. Oh, he goes, he's got Clever on this side, he's put Smithers in the left of shit, that's good. Right, and he went berserk, he went, oh look, he's drawn a picture of a penis with wings, and he's written underneath, Dicky Bird. He went, is that clever? He went, do you want me to put a piece of paper up so you can come and write swear words and draw
Oh my god.
And I went, like that laughed, he went, I'm glad you think it's funny, Mr. Gervais. And he stormed out.
Oh, God.
That is horrific.
And did he ever come back?
No, but we put the bit of paper up for him and said, look what we've done, you sir. That's a fanny, there's some knobs.
Yikes.
No, it was French.
Oh, French, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I just remember things like games like, there was some cupboards at the back of the maths class, and one kid just got in the cupboard before the teacher came, and then sat in there for 45 minutes, and just towards the end of the thing just came out.
Brilliant.
Just came out and just went, and sat down. And just things like that, which just kind of, it's not, I don't know what it is, or I don't know what, it's just an utter lack of respect.
I played a trick like that once in my first year at college. This is pathetic, right? We're on a hall of residence, right? And there was this woman, sort of middle-aged woman come around in a twin set, and I think she was from a bank where she was doing students going to do a bank out, and she was coming up the corridor and she was not right, and so my mate got in my wardrobe in this little room, right? Just sat there. She came and I said, have you banked? I said, yeah, I banked. I said, okay, can I just do it? And there was a knock on the wardrobe. I went, come in. And he just came out, and I went, all right, and he left, right? And she just looked at me, and I started laughing. I went, sorry. She went, you're not interested? I went, no. But he just fell flat. It fell flat. Yeah. Oh dear. Carl, a little bit happier now?
Yeah.
What have you done this week? No, what have you done this week?
Doesn't bother me.
Carl, answer the question to the producer. What have you done this week?
A few things.
Oh, it's funny, right? Because when he's moaning about, I was telling about, I'd caught him out. He says he doesn't get a lunch break. He had over an hour, and then he went. I think he went quite early that night to get a hob that hadn't been delivered or something. So, and I said to, was it James Hyman was in, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
And I said, James, he's always complaining about working. Does he work hard? And he went, well, he doesn't work as hard as he used to. Play a record, can't we?
Interesting. Now I might do it in a bit lazy.
I'm not saying you're lazy. I'm saying that, maybe some people don't think you work as hard as you do. That's the way of the world. I'm not saying you don't work hard. Just reporting speech, really, on James Hyman. Calling him a liar. Play a record.
Just wondering what your opinions are, what your thoughts are on Britney Spears.
Liked a couple. Bit bored. I think she's panicking a little bit. I think she's little bit desperate with all this Madonna stuff.
Yeah, all the kind of lesbian
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know. Yeah, she's all right. I've got nothing against the girl.
Well, I think it was in Hot Tickets magazine.
Sure.
It's free with Evening Standard.
Yeah.
I might get some free Evening Standards now. I've plugged that.
Yeah.
She's reading there that, I don't know if it's still going to happen, but apparently she was going to do a little TV appearance at GAY
Yeah,
in London. And obviously I was quite excited. I'm a serious fan.
Sorry, do you know what that spells, don't you?
GAY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I think it is a gay club.
Oh, sure,
This is what I was ascertaining from the article.
Ah, because they've called it what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's funny because she's previewing some of her new album live on stage, actually. And that's an intimate one. You normally get to see someone like Spears, probably at Wembley Arena, something like that. I'm thinking, I'm a Spears fan, get a couple of the gang together.
Yeah. For the lads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cruise down there.
Yeah.
But there I read on in the article that apparently the doorman at GAY were only going to let in regulars, and the way they were going to ascertain if you were a regular was by asking a series of questions at the door.
What, testing if you're
Testing
really...
that. Now, I don't know if the questions would be about the interior of GAY.
Or the interior of someone else.
Yeah. Or just general kind of...
Like, what do you reckon you'd have passed the...
Well, that's what I was wondering.
So you'd have had to pretend to be...
GAY.
GAY to get in to see Spears. Now
Can
that,
you say gay on the radio?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Now, that's irony, isn't it? So you're pretending to be gay to get into a club to see a bird, if you like. I'll give you a little quick test, shall I? Alright, what's your name, mate?
Paolo.
Alright, Paolo.
Yeah.
If you haven't done a lot with your hair, you just sort of let it grow out. I mean, would you be putting product on a bit later? Because, I mean, you don't look very, you look sort of quite masculine, yeah, well, sort of like you don't care, like you have no care about how you look, like you're a...
normally it would be shaved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, normally that looks about like 3 months growth there. Why haven't you...
I've been ill.
Nothing serious?
Nothing serious.
Okay.
No, that's why I let it grow. So it's grown.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what time would you normally be going out then?
Normally I'd go out about I'd go out about 8.
8 o'clock in the evening you've got?
No.
That sounds a bit early, that's what...
No, I'd go out about 3 in the morning normally.
Right, so I like more... Yeah, okay, right, so that's right, yeah. Where'd you go? Down sort of... Compton Street for a coffee and then onto GAY with your little shaved head. Okay, well you're doing fine. Sounding pretty. Can I just ask you one final question?
20 bender points?
It's 20 bender points, so I'm just going to let you in. I'm just going to tell the guys to let you in. But I'll just one more question.
Yeah.
Do you prefer knobs or tips, Paolo?
Knobs.
Knobs, you love knobs, do you? Can't get enough knobs. So you hate tips?
Lord.
You hate tips, do you?
Yes.
Alright, yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
Liza
I did not
Minnelli's?
know Alex was going to be on
I don't
here.
know what to say. I love hers.
But not in a straight way.
Straight way.
So okay. So you love knobs more than tips, right? Okay. In you go.
Thanks very much.
You know Brittany's on there.
Oh, she's so sexy.
Oh.
See, that's what drew me away.
I know.
Great escape.
You just laugh.
Yeah.
You just... Well, I mean, I think you're probably a bit bi.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
but I mean, going anyway.
Thanks
Yeah.
very much.
Okay, these drinks are quite expensive. Pop your shirt off, will you?
Woke up at
Thank God that's over,
9:55 a.m.
sorry.
As soon as I woke up, I looked at Suzanne and she looked at me. I said, "Did I tell you about..."
He opened his eyes and looked at
Okay, all right. Okay, so he opened his eyes. He looks at Suzanne. She looks at him. What question, Rick, do you think he immediately asked his girlfriend?
Go on.
What question do you think? Have a quick guess.
Am I dreaming?
I woke up. I said to my girlfriend, "Did I tell you about..." I woke up. I looked at Suzanne. She looked at me. I said, "Did I tell you about the immune system?" Did I tell you about the immune system? Suzanne started laughing. I said, "It's amazing." She said, "Not now." Springing into action, he zips up, his eyes are like... Did I tell you about the immune system? Oh, shut up, I'll put the kettle on.
Oh, God! Oh, fucking hell!
talking about little gay fellas and that.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Northern Line, the underground tube thing.
Not
Train.
the boy band.
Right. Apparently, on a Saturday night late, I don't know what that is. What time late is in the sort of gay community, as we've discussed before. But apparently, the last carriage on the Northern Line, they all get in there.
What do you mean they all get in there?
They sort of take over the last carriage of the Northern Line on a Saturday night.
Right.
And it's like the gay carriage.
Right. And what exactly do? They just travel about on the Northern Line?
No, just have a chat and that, and like, just,
Stick on the commie nights?
How do you know?
Come on, tell me.
See, this, I mean, I'm glad you've informed me, because it wouldn't bother me, but I feel I should be told about these things, because I'm likely to stumble onto that carriage by mistake. And it's not that it'd be a problem, it's just I might feel a little uncomfortable. There's a lot of people in, you know, the black leather gear and the moustaches, the hat.
I mean, to be quite honest, they'd be annoyed,
Of course.
because they'd be expecting something a little bit, you know.
What do you mean?
Well,
They're good looking, most of them. Sure. No, they are good looking fellas though, aren't they?
What do you mean?
what do you
They're
mean?
just a lot of the gay, you know, they look after themselves and that, and look good. Keep themselves.
Some of them work out, yeah.
You see, this is the problem I have, because there's a lot of areas in London and elsewhere in the country where there's a sort of, you know, it's a gay thing, you know, it's a gay public toilet, or I don't mean it's gay, but it's not like illegal.
You mean it's a cottage?
But it's a cottage, whatever. I mean, I remember being in Bristol once doing some...
You're confused when I said it's a cottage.
Yeah.
That's a term for where gay people go in toilets to sort of meet and greet each other.
But I
Shake hands.
I was at the public library in Bristol once doing some studies from the sixth form, and I think the toilet was closed in the library. I was dying to go, and I popped out, and there was a public toilet behind the library, so I can't remember that. Dashed down there, it was about 6ish in the evening, I was working there, I was studying hard. I went in there, and I swear to God, I saw two fellas with the...
Is that unusual? Or
well, no, they were up to some hijinks.
what they sort of like...
Do you know the thing that struck me?
What?
One of them had bright red underpants.
What do you mean? What
They were actually doing, you know, they were having some kind of, you know, they were having relations. They weren't even in a cubicle, they were out in the...
Where were the underpants?
What, around his neck?
What is
No.
going on
Yes,
here?
I swear to God, I'm not going to make this up.
What are we?
I don't know, like, how old you are in the sixth one? 16 or whatever?
Yeah,
17?
and what did you
Lord
do?
have mercy.
Well, I actually
What, you just joined in? What else did you do? You might as well.
I
Yeah.
actually swore, I said, oh, F me. And then I went, oh, no, don't. No, I did, I swear to God.
Oh no.
I did. I went, oh, F me. No, don't. Because I was panicked, and I ran out. And as I was walking out, a guy was coming in, I went, oh, hang on, mate. And then I thought, I better not tell him. I'll let him find out for himself. He might be going in there to join in. He might have got a call. Come down. We're going crazy on each other there. Come down.
It's conspiracy of Bristol.
But what annoyed me was,
lover. Want a bit of car?
what angered me, Rick, was the fact that I wasn't notified, that there was not, I didn't know.
There was
this
no
a-
sign.
And afterwards, I spoke to other people about it, and they said, oh, it's a famous gay haunt. But what annoys me is I feel that they should put an ad in the local press,
Yeah.
a big paper, like once a week, like, you know, when they recall cars if they're damaged or there's a fault, or Currys might bring back stuff if there's sort of faulty goods, they say recall and we'll give you money back. They
What
should
do you
put an advert,
suggest?
the gay community should put an advert in that just says, these are the hot spots, this is where you're likely to find us doing some stuff. If you're not gay, you might feel uncomfortable, avoid them. And just list them, or little pictures, or, you know, a map or something. Anything, because like the gay tube thing, I don't know
Cock
that's
fun. 1, 2, 3. Railway cuttings.
well, not that. It's more of a sort of social awareness thing.
Yeah.
So people, you know, don't feel uncomfortable and...
But they don't want it exactly to be like sort of walking in under a neon sign.
Why? It's legal.
Yeah, big arrows. Oh, where is it?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
Because well, it's actually a public place. I don't think cottaging is strictly legal.
But even if you specify what they're
But
going to do.
some people, they're not. Some of them aren't. I don't think it's probably
advertise
seen gay.
PAY.
Is it? Yeah, but it's not the people that go out and they say I'm gay and I like Barbara Streisand. It's presumably the sort of people that do that are people that either aren't quite out yet, or do you know what I mean?
Oh
Or
man,
they're
that's you're here right
with
now.
their wife and kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know completely how it works, but I'm sure there probably isn't a place like free bumming here tonight.
No, there is kind of.
What?
Because I was walking home one night through Soho, right? Just because that's the way I have to go, not because of cheap. You know what I mean? I wasn't going there on that, right? So I'm walking through, right? And I was handed like a card which was like a gay event, right? Now that's a bit weird, isn't it? That straight away he's presuming that because I'm there that time of night.
Well, and you've got a shaved head, and you sort of like, you know, you sort of like quite look after yourself, and you've got some nice clothes.
Yeah, but it's still...
And you look
can't
like a
really
little bit
presume.
rough, don't you, from Manchester?
It was
You look like a northern rent boy who comes down to stand outside McDonald's.
But the card was rubbish, right?
What do you mean?
Had this fella on it, right? All sort of greased up and that.
What did you look?
Just having a look what he'd handed me and that.
Right.
Just having a look. Picture of him, sort of sailor's hat on, tan body, right? Just his arse out, like that. And rubbish slogan, right? The best bum in W1.
What the heck is going on right here?
Is bum there a noun?
Lord.
Or like a verb?
What do you mean?
Well, to bum. Is it like, get the best bum you've ever had? Or he has
I'm
the
looking
best
for the
bum?
next topic.
I think it's
I'm looking forward to that.
That's what you called the number to check. What do you mean exactly by this? Does it mean you've got a grey arse?
Do you mean I will be well bummed? Or do you mean you've just got a good...
Come on now, let's...
Well, can I just a final point about, because I asked my friend how it all works up on the Heath, because I live in Hampstead Heath, near Hampstead, and I was worried, I didn't want to go walking and get myself involved in it.
How can you get involved?
No, but again, I didn't want to walk.
Sort of like, is it like, oh, I really believe it. I couldn't say no. Oh, my wrist, it's knackered. What do you mean? Well, I was there for about 2 hours. I must have gone about 43 of them. But, you know, I didn't like to say no, because they were so pleased to see me. Oh,
Well, it's not so
God.
much the fear of that, it's not
Good skiing practice. I was doing 2 at a time for a little while.
it's not the fear of
Oh,
that,
God.
and the fact that, again, you don't want to gate crash someone else's party, do you know what I mean?
No.
You don't, if there was a straight couple having sex, you'd go, oh, I'm sorry, and you want to avoid that area.
Yeah, of course.
But I was finding, so someone told me how it works, and apparently you just go in, like, sit on a bench or something, and then a guy just sits on the bench, and they just look at each other. There's not really anything said, it's just a kind of nice evening or whatever. You know, I guess it's like 2 in the morning or whatever. And then they go off in the bushes and ding dong. But it's like, I don't know how that culture's developed.
I love this
But
programme
why
now.
can't that be the case with women? That would be amazing. You just go out to the park, at 1 in the morning, you just sit on a bench, you just
Be like a scene from Gigi.
Exactly.
Where they
Lord.
just walking along with the perambulator.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah, this is definitely taking a turn for the...
You've got
yikes.
to talk to them, buy them dinner,
oh,
you know,
you're joking.
romance.
Oh no.
Just this kind of informal thing.
So
It's
what?
great.
So what would you do then? You go up to a woman and go, come on,
Yeah.
let's stop mucking around.
We know
There's
why we're both sat on this bench.
There's a nice bush over there.
Yeah.
Let's have a bit.
Yeah, and then she'd go, yeah, great, thanks. I'm killing some time before I, pop into town.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect, thanks. You make my weekend.
So you're jealous of gays as well as
In a
me.
sense. In a way.
What do you think, Carl?
Let's put a track on.
Why? You're getting scared now.
You
Why?
brought it up.
Is it getting too close to the bone, so to speak?
Can I tell you one of the best presents I ever had? Without doubt, all I ever wanted was a go-kart. This is true. I was like, sort of 5, 6, 7. And I eventually, for Christmas, I wasn't sort of spoiled in the sense that I got pocket money, but I always got what I wanted at Christmas eventually. Because, working class mothers, they'd get it out the catalogue and pay for it for the rest of the year. So, I always got, really, as many presents as anyone else. And I got this go-kart. It was a little red go-kart, and it was a pedal one. And I'd run home from school, and I'd be in it, and I'd get up and down the garden for hours. I'd come in for my tea, and this was fantastic. And this went on for like weeks and weeks and weeks through the summer. But the next night, it was just it was fantastic go-kart. I'd show off. And then one day I came home, and I went. It was always at the back of the shed, sort of up against the shed. And I went in, I couldn't see it. And so I went to the back door. My mum was sort of like washing up with her, and I went, "Where's my go-kart?" I thought I had my nips. She went, "Your dad swapped it."
Your dad swapped it?
Yeah. I went, "He what?" And I was going to be brave. And I went, "He what?" She went, "He swapped it for a wheelbarrow." And I could see she didn't approve of this. And she was thinking, "I'm going to tell him, and then I'm going to, have this out." And I went, "Right." She went, "It's your wheelbarrow." And I went to the back of the shed, and there was this wheelbarrow. He swapped it with a bloke called Jimmy Dublin, who he worked
Jimmy
with.
Dublin?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he was a respectable member of the community.
He was fine, it was his lively. No, I think he was an Irish gentleman, and that's why they called him. I don't know what his real name was. And I think my dad must have been drunk, and he went, "I want to get my son a go-kart." And my dad, well, my kid's got one, he's probably had it for years, probably bored with it.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll give you this wheelbarrow. And I went to this wheelbarrow, and it was caked in concrete. I could hardly lift it. I just nicked up a building site, obviously. And I'd be there for hours trying to push this wheelbarrow up and down the garden, right? And it was okay, though, because I was going on holiday soon, and I 7 years running went to Bognor Regis, a place called Riverside, because some woman around the way had a caravan that we got free for a week, and it was great, wonderful. And I used to go there with my mum and my nan.
Oh, party time.
The age of 7 to sort of stuff. No, it was good because you know when you're a kid and you wake up in a strange place, it sort of seems weird. You wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning hearing your gran pissing in an iron bucket, and you know you get disorientated. Anyway, and what are they? And I met a little friend who's about my age. We were both sort of like 8, and he'd hired a go-kart. He had this great go-kart, and he came down to my caravan, and I went, I've got a go-kart. And I remember my mum opening the window of the caravan and going, don't lie.
I'm sorry.
And I went, I had a go-kart. Wow. Yeah.
Did you ever talk to your brother about the fact you swapped it?
No.
You never mentioned it to him?
No.
You still got that wheelbarrow?
I think so. I've grown into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can nearly lift it now. Yeah. And now I'm just too old to run up and down the garden with
now
it.
you get one of your several gardeners to use it all the time.
Sex on films and all that, right? When I was growing up,
You
I'd be
did?
watching. No, just saying an example of this, really,
Go on.
right? When I was growing up as a kid, and I'd be, watching films with my dad, right? He'd really be enjoying a film, right? And then a sex scene would happen,
Right.
and he'd go
On film?
in
Or
the
just
film,
behind you?
In the film, a sex scene would happen,
Your brother up his old tricks again.
and he'd get up and go make a cup of tea, right?
Typing? That he'd stolen from some sort of telephone box?
And like even recently, he thinks it ruins a film. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no need for it to happen, is there? Really?
Yes.
Why?
Sometimes it's warranted. If the film itself is
Yeah, no,
fundamentally
some
about-
films it isn't though. Some
No,
films it
of course,
isn't.
some films it's arbitrary.
I think the films that him and his dad watched together on Channel 5,
Yeah.
probably not. Is it only on Channel 5 in your house?
But let's put it, if you're watching, I don't know, a late night, Friday night,
From
erotic thriller.
1983.
Yeah. Illegal briefs. A beautiful lawyer has to defend a man who may be a killer. She falls in love with him, but does she know the real man?
Oh dear.
You know what I mean, though.
Lest you forget, of course, that
Love Heat. With the bloke that is now in. Go on.
of course, that according to the Internet Movie Database, I once appeared in one of those films, in the film Killer Image, a Canadian film, I believe from 1989. According to that computer...
It's all wrong, isn't it?
It's all wrong.
It's all
completely
wrong.
Of course it is, yeah. Apparently I was in that, and I played the role of Kirk.
Was it a porn thing?
No, I think it's just an erotic thriller.
Oh, right.
that I supposedly
You only had a
did.
very small part though, didn't you?
Indeed.
Yeah.
But no, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't need to go that far. Say like in this Jesus program, right?
Film.
What's it called?
The Last Temptation of Christ.
It's like talking. You know what? What's his name? Is it Ralph in The Simpsons?
Yes.
I draw the kitty cat. It's like talking to that.
Yeah.
No, but right, this sensation thing, right?
Do you know, often we don't get that many complaints on this show. We don't get very many complaints. And I think that's either because there's no listeners, or B, it's because most people agree with Carl. And that's how
I know. Or they let him off because it's like, you can plead insanity, you can go mental and kill people, but they go, oh, he's a bit backwards.
No, but was it because like they're saying that he was having it away, or is it because you saw it? What got the complaints?
The complaint was the very
It
suggestion.
was a suggestion. It was
himself
a
would be having
blasphemous thing, not the fact that you saw an actor's knob.
So what about if you just cut it down a bit and you like saw the little stable door closing?
He's so right,
It
though.
wasn't the baby Jesus having sex. It was the grown man.
The stable door shutting!
No, but you know what
the
they do?
nativity scene.
Ah, that is brilliant. That
but
is...
then-
The wise men saying, I can't believe we bought myrrh, we should have bought condoms.
No, yeah. There's 2 for 1 offering, dude.
That's what we were thinking. With
No,
consent.
It's just that it's always awful.
Should we
isn't it?
apologise now to the Christian church as well?
Yeah.
Sorry, the little Chinese fellas, little Welsh fellas, and the little Christian
We
fellas.
haven't said anything wrong.
No. No.
It's like, you see, when I was growing up...
Stable door. I love the idea that in Carl's world, he was born in a stable, just thought, well, I love this place.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay here the rest of my days.
This is good here. Oh, brilliant.
Well, when I was watching telly with my mum and dad, I mean, it still happens now, right? My dad will sort of go, oh, ruined, good film ruined, right, if some sex scene happens.
But what are we talking about sex scene? Are we talking about kissing or are we talking about penetration and looking at the camera? Going, are you enjoying this, Pilkingtons? What are we talking about? What is sort of extreme levels we talking about?
Right, last time I was down there, right?
Yeah.
What was it? Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black is a terrible film. Yeah.
Right? There was good film, and then you know it's going to happen because like the music comes in. Brad Pitt's keeping quiet. A woman's eyeing him up.
Sure.
So my mum's worked it out already, and she's going. Anything on the other side, love?
She knows. She knows.
It's something's.
So you can be enjoying a film and you can be an hour and 10 in, and then some spidey senses of one of them can go, should we turn that over? And the other one goes, yeah, all right.
Are you sure it's not them protecting you from scenes of sex? So that what they're thinking is, what if Carl gets the idea to have sex?
Yeah.
That could lead to procreation. We don't want any more like him.
Yeah.
We've got to end the line here.
You sure it's not the doctor? Keep calling out going, you are keeping away from
exactly.
women, aren't you?
You must never find out.
Are you
how
sure
it's
they're not
done.
embarrassed because they're watching a sex scene with their son?
It happens every time, right? There's two things that my mum does, right? It's that, if there's sex scene on the telly, she'll go, anything on the other side, love? And the other thing she always says, if ever there's anything on the telly with Elvis in it, she goes, oh, I like him, right? And we all know, we sat there, we know what she's going to say next. So you don't even bother saying why, right? And she goes, he likes fat, ugly people.
He what?
He liked fat, ugly people. He didn't always go for like the good-looking fans in the crowd.
What Elvis did?
Yeah,
Right.
that was always the thing. And
I'm sorry, now, hold on. I don't know what we're doing now with our lives, Steve. Right, wait a minute, right. So, your mum says two things, right? She either says...
Is there anything else on the other side?
Or, I like Elvis. There's a pause, because you know what she's going to say next. She says, he liked fat, ugly people. How often does this occur?
well, because they've got like, Sky, there's a lot of those channels on. They're like the music channels. So Elvis always comes on. There's either an Elvis film, there's like, a classic hit by him on.
And she'll go, I like Elvis, he likes fat, ugly people. And what do you mean he likes fat, ugly people?
Is she a fat ugly person?
Because he's that special Vegas show, isn't he, where he's dancing about, right, and he's got loads of scarves around his neck.
Towels.
Yeah, and like he always hands them down to the fat, ugly ones.
Right.
And I always say it's because they're the fat, they've got a sweaty face because they can't, you know what I mean?
I don't know what world they
I
live
don't know how
in.
we've gone to this subject.
What sort of world are you going when you're watching this thing? And what do you mean fat, ugly ones? You mean they're in the front, they're sweating a lot because they're a bit
Yeah,
chubby?
so she thinks, it's giving them a towel because
But
it's
he's
like,
really going, wipe your face, you're putting me off, you
Yeah.
fat cow. Stop sweating near me.
There's another one.
What?
So Harry Chinese kids,
Yeah.
Jesus.
We haven't slagged off Chinese kids. We slagged off Chinese. We didn't slag anyone off. We just said they really haven't got a town as such, and they wear shoes. What do we say?
That wouldn't shoes.
And what the
I
world?
just don't know how we got onto Elvis and big fat ugly women. I don't know how we
Did you
sidestepped from the last
see?
Temptation of Christ.
Did you see that fat Girls and Feeders
Go on a
program?
minute.
Eh?
What's
Tom
that?
Petty first.
Oh, brilliant! It's a great song.
How
Breakdown.
many
Tom
other
Petty.
radio shows have talked about Last Temptation of Christ, Chinatown,
Yeah.
fat ugly women?
More
Yeah.
than 60 minutes.
Exactly. How did you meet your girlfriend?
Through work.
What, through her work? What, you found out and said you
We're at the same place.
Oh, you're right.
You're quite an enigma, aren't you? Could you give us more on that?
At work, you met her at work. What, she came in selling sandwiches? She was going through the bins outside. What do you mean you met her
Why
at
are you
work?
having an attack on me? You're
I'm
the
not
one
having an
who's
attack.
sad and lonely.
Oh, he's done you again. He's done you.
Yeah, but what I
again.
thought was interesting was
No.
I just scratched at him and he just went mental.
Yeah, no,
It's like a
but
bear caught in a trap.
it's funny, isn't it? You'll never learn.
No, I was just interested to find out what the story was because it might be a really romantic story.
Well, it's not.
All right, jeez. I bet he doesn't want to talk about his love affair.
I was thinking about you in the week, and like, does it worry you? I mean, you sort of joke about it now, and we're talking about it in the office, like, oh, is Steve really touchy about the way he looks? And
Oh, what's this? Where's that come from?
He's done it again. He's done you
I was
again.
walking home the other night, and I was thinking about it. And do you worry that when you're old, you will be on your own?
Oh.
You just started though, didn't you? Well, Carl, I'm glad you brought this up. No, because I mean, for me, you know, a lightweight, frothy entertainment show on XFM on a Saturday afternoon is exactly the place where I want to discuss the desperate, lonely future that's inevitably coming my way.
Oh, God. Just animal facts. I remembered one in the week.
Go on.
There was, you know, MC gay American men who have tigers.
They're not necessarily
They're not, no one actually knows if they are gay or not.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
yeah. Gilbert and George, is it? No, that's those artists.
Yeah.
They're called Siegfried and Roy.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Who may or may not be gay.
Yeah, and if they are, so what?
And if they are, so what? But if they're not, and they
no, I
don't...
just said that to you were talking about.
Sure.
Okay, the two gay ones, yeah, go
Two
on.
possibly gay guys.
Yeah, let's not worry about libel law anymore, they're not. Yeah,
If
go
you
on.
shave a tiger's head,
Whoa. Whoa, right, okay. You've got to treat that sentence with a lot more reverence than you did. Think what you're saying. If you shave a tiger's head...
not just his head, its whole body.
Wow.
Sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
So I thought you were getting weird. Go on, yeah, if you shave a tiger, yeah, go on.
It's still stripy underneath.
Yeah.
Skin.
Is it like rock?
It goes all
Is
the
it
way
like all the way
through.
through?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I remembered that. Like, I was
Was that a
watching
drunk just shouting it in the street?
I shaved the tiger and it's still stripy. Get out of here. Yeah.
I must make a note of that, things, Carl.
Yeah, interesting fact. Well, you know a polar bear? Polar bear's skin is actually black, and its fur is transparent, not white, and it gives the illusion. So it gets all the radiation possible from the sun, but it's still camouflage.
I didn't understand that, Rick. Sorry, you lost me. If its skin's black,
A polar bear's skin is
and
black.
its fur is translucent,
And its fur is translucent.
so why is it white when we
Well, it's just because the light hits it, and
the sun reflects on
yeah, and it makes it look white. Yeah, so if you look at each individual hair, it's actually translucent.
So at
There's
night
hair.
it would be black.
Everything is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, not bright stuff, Rick. You embarrassed yourself. Play a record. Oh, I know all about animals and stuff. Do you, Rick?
I remember I was on a. I don't know if this is alright to talk about. I mean, it happened, so you know, not worried about it.
to talk about. Everything's alright to talk about.
But I was on the train, right, coming from Manchester back to London, right?
Yeah.
And got on it. It was like a Friday night, and it was heaving, you know, like the last train is and all that. And absolutely chocker. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm walking through the carriages, thinking, oh, is there any seats anyway? Anyway, everyone's like, it's heaving, right? It's people stood up in the doorways, you can't get in the toilet and all that. There's not going to be any chair knocking about. Anyway, so walking through, and anyway, I see this one empty chair sort of in front of me, right? I think, oh, why isn't anyone sat there, right? I'll just rush to that, get to that, get myself a seat, plonk myself down, right? And sort of turn round, you know, see who I'm facing, you know, see who you're sort of having a chat with. Little fella there, right? Little, well, Down syndrome kid, right? Sat there, and he goes, all right. And I thought, oh, right, not bad, but do you know what I mean? They're always talking, aren't they? They ask a lot of questions, right? So I was like, oh, here we go, 2.5 hours, and I couldn't get up because the thing is, that's obvious,
Sure.
right? So that's like mean. I never want to be mean. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. So anyway, so I think I know. I'll go to sleep. Right, so I shut my eyes and it leaves me alone. So then my phone goes and I think, right, what do I do? Do I ignore it? Or do I open my eyes and see what it is? Anyway, I open my eyes, it's Ricky calling. About nothing probably, actually thinking about it. It wasn't even worth answering, right? So anyway, but I'm awake now, aren't I? So he's like, hello? And I'm like, all right, mate. And he says, you're muscly.
What the heck?
Oh, God!
And I said, yeah. And he goes, you know, why?
Oh,
So
Lord.
I said, just that. It's, again, stressing me out because I was thinking, why am I muscly? I don't go to the gym. And, you know, I mean, I'm not muscly, I'm in good shape. Well, so then he wants an arm wrestle.
Oh, no.
On a cram train from Manchester, so I've got another hour and a half of this.
Oh, no.
Well, if you talked back, he should have got up and left. If you just started asking him questions, he'd have got up and left with a dribble you come out with.
So anyway, do you know when you're under pressure, you're thinking, well, he's said that I'm muscly, right? So do I do it or not? And there's people watching, you know, not joining in, not sort of having a laugh and that when they just like watching but pretending they're not.
Oh,
And I'm at one of those table seats, and he kept saying, "Come on, what arm wrestle?" So, and he was getting loud, and I thought, "Oh, I best just have an arm wrestle."
What do you mean? What do you mean? I best just have an arm wrestle.
Well,
What do you mean?
Get it over and done with that. So, if he's going to keep asking, I had another hour and a half on the train.
Oh God.
So anyway.
Oh my God. I'm thinking who won.
Well,
Well,
were people putting bets on? That was working.
It was stopped, and just as well, really.
It was stopped.
No. He was winning. I was struggling, and he was really like, you know, putting my arm down. And then he sort of let go and started laughing. And I thought, I've got to let go because I would have made. You know what I mean? If I lost that, everyone's in the train looking, and all the rest of it.
It's suddenly serious. He's got to win this.
Pilkington.
But then he just, then we were chatting about favourite food and that. He liked sausages. And I said, you know, he said, "Do you like sausages?" I said, "Yeah, they're alright. I like a bit of Chinese and that as well." And he was saying, "Oh, I can't have Chinese. Not allowed Chinese."
Why?
Don't know, he just said, it's not allowed to have it. But yeah, I had a good long chat about stuff and that. But
So you enjoyed it in the end?
in the end, it was alright, yeah. It's just,
What do you okay.
no, but it's that thing, isn't it? It's whenever you're faced with something different,
Yeah.
it's always awkward, isn't it? And that's the thing.
You're talking about him now, are you?
And I think I did all right because everyone else was ignoring him. But I
Yeah.
probably made his day pretty good.
Yeah. You're a nice bloke.
I like the idea that newlywed couple are probably thinking that's going to be a similar journey down to Cornwall. What about hamburger stuffing?
Oh, right, Carl. Let me. All right. In the mouth, you mean?
Well, it says the record for stuffing the most regulation-sized hamburgers, including buns, in the mouth at one time is how many? How many hamburgers with buns in the mouth? This is just... If you're not swallowing anything, you've just got stuff in your
Carl,
mouth.
you'd be so good at just the shape of your head. You've got a shape. His head's just like hamburger. You'd be good at this, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, you'd be perfect. You look like Zippy.
And the great thing is your head's empty, so you can get more in there. You know what I mean? This guy had a
Oh,
brain
do
to
that.
contend
Do
with.
that. What is it? Is it possible? Is it
Well,
mental?
how many do you think it was? There were
I don't
3
know.
burgers in buns. What do you reckon, Carl?
What? How quick are you at them?
He didn't eat them, it's just how many you can stuff in his face. So literally hold them within his cheeks and his mouth, but don't swallow anything.
So what? How many burgers?
How many burgers do you manage to get into his face?
If it's a fella, it's not
Yes?
about not 5.
No, 3. Is the
3?
world record. 3 is the
How
world
big are
record.
they, though?
It just says regulation size.
So we'd go to McDonald's or Burger King and get just hamburgers, and that would
yeah,
count.
just the regular burgers, and we'll just
They
stuff
won't
them in
count.
there.
We've got to get Norris
Well,
McMurray.
yeah, but we could practice it now, and then if you're triumphant, if
Come
you
on,
get 4
Carl.
in there.
I don't. You know, I've got a small throat and that.
Well, you don't
I
have
used
to swallow,
choke
that's the
on-
great thing.
Yeah, but I don't like it. As a kid, I'd choking on stuff, and I get funny about it.
Well, no, just keep your tongue at the back of your mouth, and we'll stuff the hamburgers in.
No, I don't.
Oh, come on, do something.
Carl, that is Dynamite Radio.
Right, here, Steve will go and get the hamburgers.
Have I got to pay for them?
No, Carl, give us
I'm
some
not
money.
paying for it.
Oh,
I've
come
just
on.
spent 25 quid in total on a video on a Guinness Book of Records. That's costing me another 40. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not
Oh,
doing
come
it.
on, come
No, I
on,
don't
give us some
wanna
money.
do that.
You're
It's
coming back.
too- No, I don't want to do it.
Oh, come on.
I'm not doing it.
Come on, do it. It's an interesting thing. Come on.
You could be in the Guinness.
I know, but
We
it's like-
apologise to the radio authority. Carl is refusing to do things we come up with.
But the radio authority will be happy with me stuffing 3 burgers in my face. I'm not doing
Yeah, we will. We're
No,
going.
leave it.
Well, I'm going to go to
I'll do the money.
it. We do songs of praise, something.
No, let's
No,
do it.
right, play record. Play record. You're going to do it, Carl, or you're fired.
No, actually, he wants that.
No, you're going to do it. Do it. Please do it. It'll be. Please do it.
What about
Please.
chicken McNuggets? Like,
No, there's no record for chicken McNuggets.
Wow.
Mental. Steve.
Yeah, hear me?
Yeah.
I'm in one of the capital's main burger joints. I'm just about to go up now and order burgers.
Okay. Why are you? Where are you in?
I'm in McDonald's in Leicester Square.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Get.
Yep. I need to order 5 regular hamburgers, please. Sorry? 5 hamburgers, yes. Are you wondering why I'm ordering? Let me tell you why. My friend is going to try and break the world record for putting burgers into his fat, stupid face. What do you make of that? Exciting? You wish him good luck? What's your name? Oh, thank you very much, Tyre. I'll try and get Tyre to wish you good luck in a minute, Carl. You sure that?
Five should be enough.
The world record is what? 3?
3, yeah.
Okay, good. I don't know what. Oh, here we go. How much is that? 45.
3.45 for 5 hamburgers.
Good, isn't it? It's good value.
Really, isn't it?
Really, yeah. I mean, if there's anyone from hamburgers, from McDonald's listening, they probably want to give us some free stuff. I thought. Before you just say good luck, Carl.
Good luck.
There you are. That's the people from McDonald's wishing you good luck. Carl, I'll be back shortly with the burgers.
Brilliant. M&M. Sing on XFM 104.9 on Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant, with 5 little hamburgers.
Got 5 burgers here, yeah. And so I don't know, how do we begin, Carl? Do you want to just look at the size of these burgers?
Look, they can see it on webcam, can't they? They can see us stuffing these burgers into your mouth. I'm filming this, Steve.
Brilliant.
Little camcorder. We'll put this on DVD or something.
Or maybe on the website.
Oh, Carl, what if you break the record?
Okay, Carl, I'm coming round now to just monitor this and adjudicate.
What's the web? If people want to see this on the webcam, what is it? Right, okay. Hold on. Oh, can I Steve,
I'm not
you
being
out?
funny, right, but I think I have got like a bit of a wheat thing.
You've got a bit of a what?
A wheat allergy
Oh,
thing.
don't give me that.
No, seriously, my head's... I've been eating a lot of shredded wheat recently. And my head's...
Oh, I don't think you can know that now, mate. You've got to put that...
No, I can't put that like that in my mouth when it's... I've got to break it up. I've got to break it up.
How break it up?
It doesn't say you can't on the rule thing.
It does.
It doesn't. I can't... Right. I can't look. I'd have to be Jade Goody. Seriously, look. Oh.
Oh, put them in a blender. Good lord.
Oh, come on. That's all I'm doing. Oh, God, he's not going to do one.
Keep going. That's good work. Keep going.
Keep pushing. Easy. Keep pushing. Get one in at least. Easy. Get one in at least. Get one in. Get one in.
Good lord.
Push it. That's one. Another one. R.E.M. Night Swimming. It's a lovely song, isn't it, Carl? Huh? XFM 104.9 on Ricky Gervais with me, Steve. Carl, disappointing. You couldn't even get one whole burger.
Kind of.
Yeah, but there's a bit sticking out. It just...
But you were saying about putting it in whole, and I don't think that's the rule.
Okay.
It's like you put more in a suitcase if you put things in properly. So you don't just get all your clothes and chuck them in. So it's about, I reckon you've got to rip it up a bit.
Okay, do that then. See how many you can get in. You've got to get in 2.
No, just one.
No,
Well, it's
don't
three,
pack it in. What do you do? Pack your cheeks first.
Honestly, Steve, my head is swelling a bit.
That'd be good, there'd be more room. Right, okay, look. He's now just sticking it in his cheek.
Yeah.
Don't eat any.
You can't swallow any. It's like a hamster. You've got to work like a hamster.
Yeah, stick it in. Come on.
He looks like Marlon Brando in The Godfather.
Come on. Don't lose any yet. Right.
Pack it in, then use your fingers to pack it in.
Come
That's
on.
it. Wedge it in. Like you're grating the bar.
I can't do this either.
Keep going. Give up so early. This is part of the problem. You just give up, Carl, too quickly.
You failed again. It's like a history O level. Come on, Carl. Come on. Do something
all I've
well.
got now,
Succeed at something. Push it in. You've got nearly a half a burger there. Oh, I'll come round there. You're chewing. Don't chew.
I don't know what he said, but... Is that
Is that a whole one? No, it's not. I can see bits left.
Come on, Carl. Come on, keep working at it. Keep working at it. But there's so much space in your mouth, I can see it.
He's going mad. Okay, we're doing
Oh my god, what a ridiculous
We're
thing.
doing Oh, you're right.
Are you going to be sick? Are you alright? Alright? Oh God, should we play a record? He's making my eyes water now. Oh. Okay, I'll find a different one. Find a different one. What about most grapes eaten in 3 minutes?
I'll go. Do you want to do that? Grapes are
Most
easy, aren't
grapes
they?
eaten, that's easy. Grapes.
Come on, grapes are easy.
Wowzers.
White Stripes, Seven Nation Army, that jumped twice. I apologise for that. You're the producer, Carl.
Yeah.
It jumped twice.
It's not my fault if people are slipping around because the burger's on the floor.
Oh my God.
Head when the song's playing.
What difference does that make?
Anyway.
Right. Don't take any. Right. I've just got some grapes there. We've counted them out. What's the record then?
Okay, well, the most grapes eaten in 3 minutes, you've got 3 minutes, Carl, and you've got to beat Matt Hand from the UK, who consumed a total of 133 grapes in 3 minutes on the 8th of November 2001.
Right. There's 150
There's
there.
150 there.
Right. Okay.
So you've got 3 minutes.
What are the rules?
The
You
rules
just
are...
got to eat them and swallow them. And it's like Cool Hand Luke, right? You got to just stuff them in and don't choke, because I got worried with the burger. That's a good advert for McDonald's, isn't it? Not only was I impressed by the cheapness of them, but he couldn't even get one in his mouth.
Yeah.
So value for money there. Maybe they'd like to send us some free stuff.
Yeah, free or just money. I need some money would be good.
Next week, Carl, you're eating Sony Walkmans.
Right, yeah.
Available for... Right, right, Carl. Right, I think this is going to be good, right? What we're going to do, right? We've got Song 2 by Blur set up. We know that's 2 minutes, so you can play that, because that'd be boring radio hearing Carl choke, wouldn't it, in 3 minutes?
Exactly.
So, when I say go, Carl, right, I'm going to go right on the minute, right? You've got to have a handful of grapes, and you've got to press Song 2 by Blur. When we come back, you'll be stuffing your face. Hold on. You're going to do that. Can you work the buttons?
I can do that.
No, I don't think you can. You cannot touch the grapes until the opening note
Yeah,
of
but hold
Song 2
on.
begins.
When Song 2 stops, can we just push up the fader? So because you'll be stuffing
Don't worry,
your
so
face.
we're almost, let's go
Okay.
any second now.
Okay, right,
You're
okay.
ready,
3, 2, 1, go!
And he's on. Good work from Carl now. He's approaching it cautiously to begin with. Cautiously. It's just well, we're just, just keeping people out.
Wow, that's too hot. Wow.
Don't make him laugh, Rick. He's choking. Oh, Carl!
Quick!
Keep going, Carl.
Come on! What happened? Did he just start? No! Don't make him laugh!
Oh,
Come on!
we can make wine.
At least
Come on,
that's
Carl,
no
you
more
can
than
go.
a record
Oh,
in a blender.
Come on.
Maybe it'll be easier to do.
Why are you making him laugh? That was a world record attempt.
Look, he's over.
Keep going.
Come on! You got 25 seconds.
Come on. Oh, I think that was a shame actually, because you were doing well, but something went wrong.
I know, and I think those are bigger grapes than the ones I've seen before. They're quite big grapes. Look at his face, he looks so despondent. Come on, Carl, 8 seconds. Just a few more.
5,
Come on, what's the matter?
2,
2, 1.
it's all over, Carl.
It's all over. We better count how many you did. So you can get good at this. We can get good at this over the weeks.
I think that was a fairly pitiful. I really thought he had a... It's interesting actually, these are harder records than you might think.
Yeah, I know.
How do you feel after that record-breaking attempt?
I'm not happy with that.
What are you not happy about?
The fella who did it, was he in hospital and just had loads of grapes on his board? I'm sure he wasn't producing a radio programme, that's for sure.
Well, to be fair, neither are you. What was tricky about it? What did you find hard?
I think having Ricky standing over me,
Yeah.
sort of shouting, "Go on!" isn't normal.
So that wasn't... That's quite a poor would you think about trying to maybe do that again in a couple of weeks? Would you do some practice and try that again?
No, leave it to the experts.
And I noticed a tricky point, maybe sort of when you had about 50 seconds to go, you seemed to be spewing things into the bin. What was that?
Again, mainly Ricky standing over me, sort of.
What? 88 there.
Okay, so what's the mental arithmetic there? Because we put how many in? There's 115 things, isn't it?
What did I say? What did I say over there?
Well, I'm not doing it again,
88.
so...
You had 88 left.
So it's 62. God, we're only at 62. What's the matter with you, Carl? There's people starting at 62. That is rubbish.
That's
Well,
disappointment.
My sleeves
So
up.
you failed on 2 world record attempts
That's
then.
62, and the record's at... That is rubbish. What were you doing?
And when I was out last Sunday, right, at Johnny's birthday party,
Yeah.
Steve was there.
Yeah.
Got talking about stuff. And a debate that we didn't really finish cropped up.
It blew your mind, didn't it?
Amazing.
Oh, I know about this. Steve told me. This is the infinite amount of monkeys. Or a monkey with a typewriter at an infinite amount of time would eventually come up with the works of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
There was no debate. It's a philosophical, mathematical problem. There's no debate. It's true.
It wouldn't happen.
No, listen, Carl, listen. Infinity sorts it all out for you, right? An infinite amount of monkeys at a typewriter, right? They do everything. They type everything. Infinity just sorts it all out for you. There's no getting to it and they're going, oh well, let's have a look what they've done. This one's come close. Did Romeo and Juliet? It would do it all. It would type everything ever possible, conceivable.
Yeah,
It's a mathematical
well,
infinity.
we heard your side of the argument. I'll be honest with you, to persuade someone.
We heard about this in a pub last week.
Yeah,
so
what's your problem?
What's your problem with it? What's your problem with it?
First of all, right, you're saying it's a load of monkeys. It's not just one monkey, that's...
Depends. No, wait. It's either a chimpanzee with a typewriter.
I am going to shut this down
Definition, mathematically, type
and
everything ever
be back if
possible.
it's God's will, when it's God's will.
Infinite amount of,
God bless everybody.
chimps with typewriters. And
The
one of them
relaxing
will
town.
type it first time.
Shout out for this background video. It's dope. God bless you.
You either need to have
What do you mean,
one
what? You mean,
Let's hear
employment
his
laws?
point.
What do you mean it's not right?
Let's hear it out.
Yes.
If it's one monkey
Yeah.
with a typewriter that's got loads of ink in it, right? At least it knows what it's done in the past.
It's not.
Keep going. If you've got a load of monkeys, it's like if you have too many. What's that saying about too many chefs?
Too many chimps spoil the soup.
Right. Well, it's the same thing. It's like, well, I didn't tell you to put salt in it. I was going to put salt in it, and it messes it up. Whereas if it's just one, they know what's gone on. So what I'm saying is,
Honestly, I can't be bothered. Steve. This blows my mind. It doesn't know what this does to me. It's a mathematical problem.
What do you? The rest?
well, it's just I just don't think it will happen.
What do you mean you don't think it'll happen? Infinity works it out.